Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. Fantasy. Contract Twins, I will return 10,000 times. Chapter 81. God forbid. God forbid. Thousands of people below shouted loudly, and the sound resounded through the sky and the earth, startling the birds and beasts in the jungle. Lin Feiyu shouted again, "Fight the devil, today. Everyone, follow me to kill," Lin Feiyu said, holding a sword in his hand, pointing in one direction. As soon as the words came out, everyone at the scene once again raised their arms and shouted. They all raised their weapons and shouted, "Kill!" Everyone fled away. Kill towards that area. This moment. Lin Feiyu laughed. This kind of commanding the army to fight against On is very interesting. Xiaolinger also laughed. She thought it was funny that she scolded herself. Among the thousands of people, Yan Laolu also laughed. This feeling of being a newcomer hidden in the Tianzhou group is very interesting. The army is on the move. Thousands of people pass by where not a single blade of grass grows. The demonic beasts on the road all avoided one after another, and those who failed to dodge were directly beheaded by the cultivators. Soon, the army arrived at the area where Lin Feiyu was located, according to word of mouth among the cultivators. Thousands of cultivators, although 800 or 900 of them are in the qi refining stage. However, there are nearly 100 cultivators in the foundation establishment period. Its momentum is huge, resounding through the world. It really made Wang Tang, who was looking at this side not far away, sigh with emotion. This Chu Yun is really worthy of being a hero among men, and he can call so many people by his side. You can still gather this group of people to fight Lin Feiyu, the devil. I really want to make friends with him. Listening to Wang Tang's emotion, Zhang Fan almost couldn't hold back his laughter. Maybe in this world, I'm afraid only a few people know that the real Chu Yun is dead. And Zhang Fan is one of them. Zhang Fan also guessed that the current Chu Yun is Lin Feiyu. Just listen to Wang Tang continue to say, "Brother Zhang, we didn't draw out Lin Feiyu, but brought out this army. What should we do next?" The current Wang Tang. I have already regarded Zhang Fan as my confidant. At this time, no matter what problems you encounter, please ask Zhang Fan first. Wang Tang likes this kind of non-braining. Zhang Fan smiled. Our purpose, one is to meet Lin Feiyu, and the other is to grab something. We humiliated Lin Feiyu so much that Lin Feiyu didn't even come out. Then there are only two possibilities. First, Lin Feiyu was seriously injured and hid in a place to heal his injuries. Secondly, Lin Feiyu is hiding in Chu Yun's army. Hearing this, Wang Tang nodded in satisfaction. That's right, I think so too. Then, Wang Tang continued to ask, "Then I will test you, what shall we do next?" Zhang Fan smiled. If it is the first situation, Lin Feiyu recovers from his injury, we may not be able to beat him, and we still need to rely on the strength of this group of cultivators. So we have to join this group of cultivators. Secondly, then we have to join this group of cultivators, enter it, and find Lin Feiyu. We're going to join this group anyway. King Dage. Perhaps, the seriously injured Lin Feiyu. Just hide among the crowd. Take advantage of his illness and kill him. We need to find it quickly. And we joined it. When the night is approaching, we can still pretend to be Lin Feiyu and compete for other people's finances. This is all the pride of the East. These prides are all fat. Wang Tang heard the words. His eyes lit up slightly. Over the past few days, they have robbed a dozen cultivators. Each cultivator's storage ring contains at least 1,000 spirit stones and a large number of monster cores. At this time, the two of them have grabbed enough monster cores to get the top 1,000 in this big competition. But, this is not enough. Far from enough. Wang Tang wants to get the first place in this contest. All the prides of the East, number one in the trial. This kind of honor, there will be a lot of resources tilted towards him in the future. Wang Tang will get it no matter what. This number one position is related to refining Lin Feiyu into a clone. Wang Tang chooses to have it all. Well, I thought so too. Wang Tang nodded in satisfaction. Then he continued to ask, "Then I will test you again. Next, what should we do to gain a firm foothold among this group of cultivators?" Join them reasonably. Zhang Fan smiled. Daddy now says that he doesn't know, you're going to be dumbfounded, right? But, Zhang Fan continued, "Brother Wang, it is now recognized by cultivators outside that Lin Feiyu is a cultivation base above Gold Core realm, and you are a strong person in the Foundation establishment period. Apart from Lin Feiyu in name, you are the strongest existence. As long as you join it, you will definitely become the leader of this group of people. What do the leaders do? Of course I killed Lin Feiyu. As for us, we only need to do some actions to easily join in. When Zhang Fan said this, the corners of his mouth rose slightly. Boom! Thousands of troops to fight against the devil have just arrived in this area. Just hear it. Not far away, a deafening buzz sounded. Everyone was shocked, and they all looked in that direction. Li Yan shouted again and again. Sixth brother, fellow Taoists of the Foundation establishment period, follow me, that must be where the devil Lin Feiyu is. Li Yan said. With a long sword in his hand, with an angry look on his face, Yu Jian flew and galloped towards the roar. Kill the devil! Kill the devil! Roaring excitedly, Yan Lao Lu also sacrificed a low-grade flying sword, flying with the sword, followed by him, just stepped on the flying sword. Yan Lao Lu pretended not to stand still, and almost did not fall, and his heart secretly happy, as expected of me, pretending to be true. The sixth elder brother Li Yan was talking about was Yan Lao Lu. Yan Lao Lu's book is named Yan Wenxuan, and his current pseudonym is Yan Lu. Now he looks old and is called the sixth brother. What is displayed as the middle stage cultivation base of the Foundation establishment period, which is already very high. It is in the top of this group of cultivators, even higher than Li Yan's cultivation base. In these 2 days, Yan Laoliu crazily made a presence in the crowd. Therefore, everyone called the sixth brother. However, Yan Laoliu said that he was only 16 years old this year, and everyone scoffed at him. Naturally, they didn't believe it. Yan Laoliu's appearance, even if he was 40 years old, people would believe it. In terms of age, if you see a pretty girl casually, she might be hundreds or thousands of years old. Bros, follow me to kill the devil. Yan Laoliu shouted again. Yu Jian flew to the front of the cultivators. All the cultivators looked at Yan Laoliu adoringly. Everyone is filled with emotion. Brother 6, you really are not afraid of death. Facing the devil, be fearless and take the lead. Not afraid at all. What a role model for my generation. Just for a moment. Hundreds of Foundation establishment cultivators, led by Yan Laoliu, came to the vicinity of the roaring sound. When they looked down, they saw a handsome young man lying on the ground surrounded by pools of blood. Standing beside him was a young man with an ordinary appearance. Handsome and unrestrained, naturally refers to Zhang Fan. Ordinary, of course it was Wang Tang. Yan Laoliu frowned, looked at Zhang Fan in amazement, and thumped in his heart, but when he looked carefully, he found that Zhang Fan had nothing wrong with him, he was just pretending, so he felt relieved and murmured in his heart, small sample, pretending to be a calf in front of your sixth uncle. Wang, brother Wang. Li Yan recognized Wang Tang, and cupped hands asked, why is brother Wang here, and what happened? Brother Wang can see the devil. Wang Tang's cultivator cupped hands towards many Foundation establishment phases. Then he said, I just left the customs, and I heard movement here. So I came here on purpose. I found out that there is a devil attacking this brother. So take action and save it. Li Yan, fellow Taoists, do you know that there are people from the demon clan among us? Wang Tengjin frowned, and said worriedly, the demon cultivator likes to eat the blood of my human race. If this person is not eliminated, he may become a serious disaster. Snort, I underestimated the enemy. If you see the devil for a moment, you will hit with all your strength. How can I escape? Wang Tang said, clenched fists of anger. With one punch, he blasted towards the mountain. With a strong wind, the fist shattered the mountain, and suddenly there was a loud noise, and the sound of Wang Ming was deafening. Seeing this, all the cultivators in the Foundation establishment period looked at Wang Tang in shock. Li Yan was even more shocked and inexplicable. Wang. Brother Wang, what realm have you reached? Wang Tang shook his head. It's just the peak of the Foundation establishment period, it's not worth mentioning. Li Yan was shocked. The peak of the Foundation establishment period. How many days have you entered Demon Valley? This Wang Tang has reached the peak cultivation base of the Foundation establishment period. Did you hide the cultivation base earlier? Or is there any adventure in this Demon Valley? But then, Li Yan's face was filled with joy. repeatedly said. Brother Wang, that's great. With you here, that devil will definitely not dare to do it again. Wang Tang was taken aback when he heard this. Oh, Brother Li knows about that devil. Before Li Yan could speak, Zhang Fan, lying in a pool of blood, coughed dryly twice, and said, Wang Dage, that devil, the devil is Lin Feiyu. Thank you, Wang Dage, for saving your life. Wang Tang waved his hand. No problem. It's just a little effort. Wang Tang said casually, hands behind their backs. Just like a world-class expert. Li Yan continued. The devil is Lin Feiyu, the inheritor of magic skills, who can absorb other people's blood essence cultivation base to practice. The current cultivation base is estimated to have reached above Gold Core Realm. Hearing this, Wang Tang thought a little bit. Above Gold Core Realm. I'm afraid that only this strength can resist my third level of skill. Li Yan was shocked when he heard this. What? Wang Tang's 3-level skill beat Lin Feiyu away. Then, how strong should Wang Tang be at the peak of the Foundation establishment period? Senior Brother Wang is indeed a hero among men, and Mr. Li admires him. Using 3 successes to defeat Lin Feiyu, Senior Brother Wang is really the #1 pride in the East. The rumors are true. Senior Brother Wang, he is really the Emperor's talent. Li Yan said in admiration. At this time, Zhang Fan seemed to be a normal person. Lian got up and shouted, Brother Wang Tang, the capital of the Emperor. Everyone listens. They also shouted, Brother Wang Tang, the Emperor's capital. Senior Brother Wang Tang, the Emperor's capital. Senior Brother Wang Tang, the Emperor's capital. Senior Brother Wang Tang, the Emperor's capital. Even Yan Lao Lu joined the shouting ranks, and even found it very interesting. Wang Tang was very happy. His face didn't change at all. He waved his hand. You brothers and sisters praised it instantly. Wang is ashamed, how can he be called the capital of the Emperor? It's worth it, it's worth it. Only Senior Brother Wang Tang can be called the Emperor's capital. Li Yan bowed and bowed, with a very respectful attitude. I implore Senior Brother Wang to lead us to attack Lin Feiyu, eliminate demons and protect the way, and protect our human race. Eliminate demons and protect the Tao, protect our human race. Eliminate demons and protect the Tao, protect our human race. Eliminate demons and protect the Tao, protect our human race. Everyone also shouted. Wang Tang nodded, hands behind their backs. Looking at the sky at 45 degrees, he sighed and said, as the saying goes, the greater the ability, the greater the responsibility, to eliminate demons and defend the way, Wang will definitely not be absent. Everyone, don't worry, meet that Lin Feiyu again next time. Wang, I will definitely strike with all my strength and kill Lin Feiyu. Wang Tang said lightly. Li Yan's face changed when he heard this, and he bowed again and again. Brother Wang, we are all compatriots of the human race, can you go forward with us? In this way, it will be more convenient for you to have us take care of you. Wang Tang shook his head. How can I bother you juniors? Wang is used to walking alone. Li Yan said again. Brother Wang, don't refuse. If there is no you, then Lin Feiyu will come again, and I don't know how many people will die. With you, I will be at ease. We are willing to recommend Senior Brother Wang as our leader. Just at this time, Zhang Fan shouted loudly. Hearing this shout, everyone's eyes lit up. Wang Tang, Lin Feiyu can be defeated with 30% strength. If this kind of strong man becomes their leader, what are they afraid of Lin Feiyu? Then, everyone shouted in unison. We are willing to recommend Senior Brother Wang as our leader. We are willing to recommend Senior Brother Wang as our leader. We are willing to recommend Senior Brother Wang as our leader. Subsequently, everyone, all of them looked at Wang Tang. Wang Tang bowed his head and was silent for a long time, then he said, since all the juniors don't dislike you, Wang will escort you to wait for Joquan. But the ugly words are up front. Then when Lin Feiyu dies, I, the leader, will naturally cease to be the leader. I'm used to being alone, do you guys think it's possible? As soon as the words came out, everyone's faces were filled with joy. If Lin Feiyu is dead, what kind of leader is needed? Wang Tang was elected as the leader because he wanted Wang Tang to check and balance Lin Feiyu. I wait, see the leader, Zhang Fan shouted again. Meet the leader, meet the leader, meet the leader. Everyone shouted in unison. At this moment, the corners of Wang Tang's mouth could not help but slowly twitch. Wang Tang became the leader. It was already dark at this time, so naturally they had to camp and rest, and wait until tomorrow to discuss how to find Lin Feiyu. In the night, other cultivators of the refining period, including Lin Feiyu who has no cultivation base at the moment, also came here, set up camp, and prepared to rest. When everyone gathers together, it is natural to communicate with each other. After such an exchange, everyone knew that the leader among them at the moment was Wang Tang. Who is Wang Tang? Wang Tang, you don't even know. The Eastern Wang family, the richest family in the entire East. Wang Tang can be a leader if he has money. Of course not. After entering Demon Valley, senior brother Wang Tang got the opportunity. Cultivation base breakthrough reached the peak strength of foundation establishment period. Senior brother Wang Tang is not ordinary. At that time, in order to save people, he ran into a monster. Senior brother Wang Tang only used 30% of his power to knock Lin Feiyu hundreds of meters away. It is said that Lin Feiyu almost did not die in the hands of senior brother Wang Tang. So strong. That's not true. At that time, senior brother Wang Tang underestimated the enemy, which made Lin Feiyu escape. If senior brother Wang Tang had used all his strength at the beginning, then Lin Feiyu would have died long ago. Oh my god, with senior brother Wang Tang here, the big devil Lin Feiyu will definitely not dare to come. The real Lin Feiyu frowned tightly listening to these words. What the hell? Wang Tang almost beat him to death with 30% of his strength. After Lin Feiyu heard the news, he was so angry that he almost rushed directly to Wang Tang, and directly fought a life and death battle with Wang Tang. He understood. He completely understood. As I heard before, the person who used his banner to do such indescribable things with many male cultivators as Wang Tang. Wang Tang, you for riding a horse. Lin Feiyu was gnashing his teeth. He didn't understand why Wang Tang would do this. After all, he had never offended the other party. He wanted to find Wang Tang very much. Face to face. Ask Wang Tang why he did this. It's fine to use his banner to snatch someone's storage ring. Why do you want to talk to a male cultivator? Why do you still have to engrave a male cultivator's butt? How could Lin Feiyu not report such shame and humiliation? Lin Feiyu swears. Just meet Wang Tang. Lin Feiyu will mercilessly smash Wang Tang to pieces and turn his bones into ashes. Senior brother Wang. Lin Feiyu bowed to Wang Tang cupped hands. Are you Chu Yun? Wang Tang sat on the main seat, looking up and down at Lin Feiyu, and the person standing beside him was Zhang Fan, who was holding back a smile. Haven't seen Lin Feiyu yet. Zhang Fan saw the golden question mark. Glittering, it is so conspicuous in this group of white, blue and purple question marks. This question mark represents luck. Zhang Fan only needs to stare at the question mark to see the other party's information. It is worth mentioning that among this group of cultivators, there are not many people with golden luck, and they can be counted on one hand. Besides Lin Feiyu, Wang Tang, and Merong Bing and Merong Shui, there seems to be another person named Long Hao. Long Hao is not here, and he doesn't know where that kid went. Speaking of which, Long Hao is also an enemy. But Long Hao is Wang Tang's servant. This is very interesting. Brother Wang, I am Chu Yun. Cough, cough, cough. Lin Feiyu coughed twice after saying this. His face was a little weak. These are not fakes. Lin Feiyu is really weak at this moment. Such a cough. Xiao Linger, who was standing beside Lin Feiyu, frowned. In the past 2 days, she found that Lin Feiyu didn't seem to have a cultivation base, but Xiao Linger didn't dare to do it, and was still waiting for the opportunity. Xiao Linger no longer pays attention to Lin Feiyu. Instead, he turned his gaze to Zhang Fan who was sitting beside Wang Tang. There was a strange light in his eyes. It's him. It's that man. You are hurt? Wang Tang asked suspiciously. Lin Feiyu nodded. Yes, I have played against the devil Lin Feiyu, hee. I am good at chess, and I escaped by luck. Wang Tang nodded. Go down and heal your wounds, don't worry, I'm here, Lin Feiyu, within 5 days, you will die. Lin Feiyu nodded when he heard the words. With senior brother Wang Tang here, I feel at ease. Although he said this, he felt extremely contemptuous of Wang Tang in his heart. Daddy Lin Feiyu is standing here, but you don't know him, why are you saying that Daddy will die in 5 days? Joke. At this time, Zhang Fan said, Chu Yun fellow Taoists, if senior brother Wang Tang can become our leader, then Lin Feiyu is certainly nothing to worry about. Why don't I have a drink tonight? How about celebrating the peak of senior brother Wang Tang's breakthrough foundation establishment period? Drink wine. Hearing this, Yan Lao Lu said again and again, okay. Celebrate well, we must celebrate. My Yan Lu likes to drink the most. Seeing Yan Lao Lu talking, the corners of Zhang Fan's mouth twitched. He had already discovered this sixth uncle. It's just that Yan Laoliu's face has completely changed at this time, and it seems that he intends to hide it, and Zhang Fan has no intention of exposing him. However, with the sixth uncle around, Zhang Fan seemed to be reassured. Even if Lin Feiyu brought down the 100-foot-tall demon again, Zhang Fan was not afraid at all. Anyway, even if Lin Feiyu lowered the 100-foot-tall monster, Zhang Fan was not afraid at all. After all, he still had 2 drops of Fengsu blood essence to use. Drink, drink. Lin Feiyu frowned when he asked this, and a hint of surprise flashed in his eyes. Why didn't he think of it? Now, Lin Feiyu was seriously injured. It takes at least a month to recover the cultivation base, but by then the trial will be over long ago, and the daylily will be cold. However, he also has a way to restore the cultivation base quickly. It is to use the magic power to absorb the blood essence. It's just that he doesn't have a cultivation base now, and the devil in the necklace can't help him kill people, so he has never considered this matter. He only thought about seeing some fresh demonic beasts' corpses in the future, and silently put them away. Take it out and absorb it when no one is around. But now, hearing the word drinking, Lin Feiyu almost couldn't laugh out loud. If everyone was drunk, wouldn't they have a chance to raise their swords? It's good to drink. I have hundreds of caddies of peach blossom wine in this storage bag. If you don't mind, you can try it. Lin Feiyu said with a smile. It's just that what he didn't say was to add some spice to the peach blossom brew. It is not easy to get a cultivator drunk. But, if you add more ingredients, it will be different. As for when the time comes to suspect him. Just kidding, who can drink 100 caddies of peach blossom stuffing? Does the other cultivator have no wine? Wine is a must-have for Daji when she goes out, and she can take a sip when she is in a good mood or not. Certainly, if you really doubt him. Hee, by then he will have resumed his cultivation base, so just change his identity again. Drink wine. Shaolinger was also slightly taken aback. Nodding his head, he felt that this was an opportunity. If possible, he would get Lin Feiyu drunk and slash him to avenge Chu Yun. So as soon as Zhang Fan said this, it was approved by many people. In fact, if there were other reasons, perhaps many people would not agree, but the reason Zhang Fan used was to celebrate Wang Tang's breakthrough to the peak of the foundation establishment period, so they had to agree. How to eat at the banquet. This need not be considered. All you need is to put a good dish on the table, and other cultivators can drink dozens of caddies of wine if they eat casually on the hour. Cultivators in the foundation establishment period can already eat food, but cultivators in the qi refining period still have to eat. Most of the cultivators present are qi refining period cultivators, so their storage rings or storage bags are all equipped with various seasonings of. As for the food, naturally, there is no shortage. This is the Demon Valley, and the most indispensable thing is demonic beasts. The meat of demonic beasts is delicious. Just for a moment. A table full of delicacies was placed on the table. The conditions are very limited, and only such a table is set up. Sitting at the table were naturally Wang Tang and Zhang Fan. Besides the two, there were also Chu Yun, Shaolinger, Li Yan and Yan Laoliu. In addition to these people, there are 2 foundation establishment period cultivators. Say, Yan Laoliu is really good. The prestige of Laoliu faintly surpassed Li Yan, and he became the second in command of this group of cultivators centered on Chu Yun. Come on, brother Zhang Fan, let me toast you. The banquet has just begun. Yan Laoliu raised his glass to Zhang Fan. Fellow Taoist, don't call me brother, Zhang really can't bear it. Zhang Fan waved his hands again and again. In my heart, I despise myself, the 6th uncle. To be honest, this acting is really bad. Let's talk about Uncle Lu's persona, at least change his name to Yan Lu, because he's afraid Zhang Fan won't recognize you, right? Anyway, Zhang Fan didn't know what the 6th uncle's real name was. Ha ha ha, Brother Xiaofan, you've missed your mark. Although sixth brother looks old, according to sixth brother himself, he is only 16 years old this year. Li Yan laughed loudly, as soon as the words came out. The other cultivators present also laughed, and the atmosphere seemed to be very harmonious. 16. Zhang Fan looked at Yan Laolu in a daze. Yan Laolu chuckled and said, actually, I'm already 17 years old this year. If I say 16, it seems young. Everyone laughed when they heard the words. Li Yan even said, sixth brother, you have such a good-looking appearance. If you don't talk about anything else, everyone will believe it if you say it is my father. Yan Laolu, then why don't you call me dad? Li Yan waved his hand, you. Zhang Fan shook his head. Unfortunately, Li Yan didn't know what he missed. Drink 3 rounds. Everyone seemed to be drunk. Yan Laoliu continued to hold the cup, and said to Zhang Fan, Brother Zhang, I can read faces. When I saw you for the first time, I knew that you are not a fish in the pond, and you will definitely be there in the future. Fly to the top. You and I hit it off. Zhang Fan frowned slightly. Why don't we sworn brothers? Yan Laoliu was taken aback for a moment, and then showed joy. Okay. Quote. Zhang Fan was stunned, but at this time Li Yan said, okay, it's good to be sworn brothers, how about counting me in? Yan Laoliu shook his head. You don't look good, you only deserve to be my son. Come on, brother Zhang, let's make a vow. Yan Laoliu said. He took out the knife directly and scratched his hand. The blood dripped into the wine, and then stared at Zhang Fan like this. Yan Laoliu was quite proud in his heart, and he was quite beautiful. I sworn brothers with my nephew, so my nephew shouldn't suspect that I'm his sixth uncle, right? This time my character set is stable. Thoroughly stabilized belongs to yes. Okay, the sixth uncle is ready to ask for help. As a junior, how can he refuse? Rejecting a request for a self-union realm power cultivator. Joke. Anyway, Zhang Fan is not at a disadvantage. Steady profit without loss, super seniority belongs to yes. In the future, when you see the eldest uncle, the second uncle, the third uncle, the fourth uncle and the fifth uncle, just call Dage the second brother, the third brother, the fourth brother and the fifth brother. All things. You call me nephew, I call you Dage. As Zhang Fan said, he directly used spirit power to send a drop of blood, which dripped into the bowl. Seeing this operation, Yan Laoliu fell silent. What was he doing with a knife like an idiot? I am Yan Liu. I'm Zhang Fan. Yellow heaven. The thick soil is the proof. Today, sworn brothers of the opposite gender. Today, sworn brothers of the opposite gender. I don't want to be born in the same year, the same month, and the same day, but I want to die in the same year, the same month, and the same day. I don't want to be born in the same year, the same month, and the same day, but I want to die in the same year, the same month, and the same day. Yan Laoliu and Zhang Fan knelt down on the ground, facing the sky, and after finishing their lines, they drank the wine in their glasses. Subsequently, an inexplicable power of law surrounds the two of them. Yan Laoliu was stunned on the spot. Li Yan said in surprise, Heavenly Tao witnesses. It is Heavenly Tao witness. Wang Teng was also shocked. The two of you are sworn brothers, and you actually received a testimony from heaven and earth. This, I have only seen this scene in ancient books. It seems that Zhang Fan fellow Taoist and Yan fellow Taoist are destined brothers. Yeah. Congratulations to the two fellow Taoists. Congratulations. Everyone congratulated. Yan Laoliu remained silent, his face drooping, and an inexplicable feeling emerged in his heart. Ah, I used a fake name, why, and got Heavenly Tao certification. Zhang Fan smiled, and excitedly said to old Yan, Dage, we are destined brothers. Yan Laoliu nodded, with a stiff smile on his face. Zhang Fan found it funny. This so-called power of inexplicable law was manipulated by Zhang Fan. He just wanted to see what Yan Laoliu's expression was like. Because of Zhang Fan's sworn relationship with Yan Laoliu, obtained the so-called Heavenly Tao certification. Let everyone drink faster. In less than an hour, everyone was stunned and drunk. Master Zhang, you are drunk. I help you to rest. Shaolinger supported Zhang Fan, and spoke with a serious expression. Zhang Fan nodded. This girl might have something to say to him. She winked at him several times, and now she finally found a chance. Well, Brother Zhang, let me see you off. Miss Ling you should take good care of Brother Chu. Brother Chu drank a lot today, ha 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 ha. Li Yan waved his hand and winked at Lin Feiyu with a smile on his face. As soon as the words came out, Yan Laolu frowned. Why is this kid so ignorant? Lin Feiyu also frowned. Why is this kid so ignorant? No, no. Lin Feiyu and Yan Laolu spoke together. Both of them were taken aback and looked at each other. Lin Feiyu continued. Zhang fellow Taoist and Wang fellow Taoist are together, and the two fellow Taoists are a little drunk. Lin Feiyu, the big devil, the two fellow Taoists have met before, and they still rely on the two fellow Taoists are fighting against the big devil. Lin Feiyu, Linger little sister is better to arrange the two of them. I didn't drink too much today, don't worry about me. Yan Laoliu nodded when he heard the words, I think so too. Xiaolinger nodded. A moment of effort. Xiaolinger then sent Zhang Fan to a cave, which was specially opened by the cultivator, also known as Immortal Cave. Next to this immortal cave is Wang Tang's immortal cave. Wang Tang went back by himself, meditated to clean up the alcohol in his body, and waited for Zhang Fan to come. Today is going to be a big deal. Xiaolinger entered the immortal cave. Hundreds of talismans were sacrificed in his hand. Swish, 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 swish. Hundreds of talismans were quickly driven into the wall, and in a short while, a barrier was formed. Master Zhang, you're not drunk. Don't pretend anymore. After Xiaolinger finished all this, she blushed and looked at Zhang Fan, who fell on the ground. Zhang Fan smiled. How do you know I'm not drunk? Xiaolinger snorted coldly. If you're drunk, when I help you, that right hand won't touch you indiscriminately. Young Master Zhang, how cool is it? Do you want to pinch it twice? When Zhang Fan heard these words, his eyes lit up slightly. Is this really true? Xiaolinger was furious. With a cold snort, he raised his jade feet and kicked towards Zhang Fan. But Xiaolinger is just a cultivation base in the qi refining period. There was Zhang Fan's opponent during the foundation establishment period. It's too late to say it. The moment the jade foot was just raised, Zhang Fan's hands firmly grasped the opponent. Ah! Xiaolinger exclaimed. If the other foot is not stable, it will fall to the ground. Zhang Fan took a step forward, caught Xiaolinger firmly, and hugged Xiaolinger in his arms. Zhang, Mr. Zhang, I am a man with a fiancé, please respect yourself. Xiaolinger blushed with embarrassment, avoiding her eyes, not daring to look at Zhang Fan. Stop talking, I'm even more excited to hear that you have a fiancé. Zhang Fan said, looking at the other party, he said with a tut. To be honest, it doesn't feel like much. You, what do you mean? Literally, you. Xiaolinger gritted her teeth angrily, broke free, and was about to leave here. Zhang Fan called to the other party. Miss Linger set up an enchantment as soon as she entered the immortal cave. Didn't she really want to spend the spring dawn with me? I said I want to spend the spring night with you, fool. Don't you want to spend the spring dawn with me? I have a fiancé, and my fiancé is Chu Yun, so you are not afraid that my husband will slap you to death. Miss Linger was joking. A dead person, how can you shoot me to death? Zhang Fan shook his head and said, to be honest, if Chu Yun hadn't died, I really wouldn't have treated you like this. After all, I'm an upright gentleman. Xiaolinger gritted her teeth angrily. You shitty gentleman. Can a gentleman touch a girl? Then mock her as a child. Since you know that my Chu Yun big brother died, then do you know who Chu Yun is now? Xiaolinger talked about the business. Since Miss Linger knows all about it, why do you ask me? Zhang Fan smiled, sat on the chair, and poured himself a cup of tea with his backhand. Do you want to drink? Drink. There are no more cups. Aren't there a few cups beside the teapot? It's gone now. As Zhang Fan said, he put the teacup into the storage ring with his backhand. You, don't worry, isn't there a cup here? As Zhang Fan said, he took a sip from the teacup and handed it to Xiaolinger. Do you want to drink? Xiaolinger snorted coldly. Mr. Zhang, the devil is hiding among us like this, and even pretends to be my Chu Yun big brother. He has won the trust of many people, and is even invulnerable to the disguise. If it weren't for me, Chu Yun big brother's soul lamp is off, and I can't see any flaws. Such a monster, if you don't get rid of it. When you walk out of this demon valley in the future, there will be no traces to be found, and it will be a big disaster. How does Mr. Zhang plan to get rid of Lin Feiyu, the devil? The reason why Xiao Linger came to find Zhang Fan this time. She naturally knew that Zhang Fan knew that Chu Yun was Lin Feiyu. After all, Zhang Fan knew that Chu Yun was dead. And Xiao Linger also guessed that the people who harmed Lin Feiyu's reputation before were Wang Tang and Zhang Fan, which was easy to guess. Why should I get rid of him? Zhang Fan really wasn't in a hurry, looked at Xiao Linger and said, get rid of him, what good will it do me? Isn't it our cultivators' responsibility and obligation to uphold justice, kill demons, and defend the way? What's more, I am a human race, and I am already at odds with the demon race. How can Mr. Zhang say what benefits you have? Come. Moral kidnapping me. Zhang Fan smiled. I have no morals, I'm sorry, you can't kidnap me, give me benefits, I'm talented, this is a human being, this is human nature. Zhang Fan said, taking a sip of tea silently. To be honest, it doesn't taste good, it's a bit bitter, but it's weird to stare at Xiao Linger without doing anything. Young Master Zhang is joking. Xiao Linger smiled wryly and shook her head. If Mr. Zhang is such a selfish person, how can you pretend to be with Lin Feiyu to do robbery, and even give Lin Feiyu a hat of masculinity? This way, didn't you just offend Lin Feiyu? If you offend Lin Feiyu in this way, Mr. Zhang really thinks that Lin Feiyu is a good talker and won't bear your grudges. If I remember correctly, Lin Feiyu's injury. Should it be related to one of Mr. Zhang's female companions? That's why Mr. Zhang blamed Lin Feiyu. Young Master Zhang is really good at tricks. Now thinking about Lin Feiyu's expression after hearing the news that he likes men, I feel happy. Xiao Linger came to Zhang Fan step by step, looked directly at Zhang Fan with her eyes, and spoke. This moment, Zhang Fan smiled. This girl is smart. Not to mention extremely smart, but also much smarter than Murong Bing and Murong Shui. Maybe this is the so-called bear with no brains, and the girl in front of her is an airport. But having said that, if she had to be smarter than her, Zhang Fan felt that this girl was not as smart as Murong Shui. After all, Murong Shui had a good eye and had an affair with Zhang Fan early on. Mr. Zhang is silent. Does that mean the default? Since Mr. Zhang has a grudge against Lin Feiyu, let me ask Mr. Zhang again, how do you deal with Lin Feiyu? Xiao Linger stared at Zhang Fan solemnly, with a smug smile on her lips. Zhang Fan smiled. This girl is a bit interesting. Miss Linger, do you have any plans? Xiao Linger shook her head. Recently, Lin Feiyu seems to have no cultivation base. But I dare not act rashly. I don't believe that he is an inheritor of magic skills. In this case, there will be no backup. So just now I persuaded him to drink a lot of wine and drugged him. Only, I think these are still not enough. Xiao Linger looked at Zhang Fan seriously, and said, Master Zhang, please help me. Zhang Fan nodded. I can't help you. You were right to be cautious, you can't kill him, and even if you use all your skills, you can't kill him. Xiao Linger was a little puzzled. Why? Zhang Fan shook his head and didn't explain anything. Lin Feiyu was the son of fortune. How could the so-called son of fortune die so easily? Anyway, Zhang Fan thinks this world is a bit weird now. Lin Feiyu, Wang Tang, Long Hao, there are already 3 sons of fortune, is this the so-called world of great struggle? But having said that, although it is reasonable to have multiple sons of fortune, it is not unusual to appear in the same place. Master Zhang, is he going to help me? Or, Mr. Zhang, do you want to capture Lin Feiyu alive, and get information about magic skills from Lin Feiyu's mouth? Xiao Linger frowned tightly and looked at Zhang Fan, with vigilance in her eyes. Zhang Fan shook his head. Magic skills? I don't need them. Xiao Linger took 2 steps back. Magic skills, absorbing other people's cultivation base to practice, such a method of cultivation, the speed is very fast. If it is not greedy for information on magic skills, I really don't know why you want to kill Lin Feiyu, but why you want to kill Lin Feiyu. Offend Lin Feiyu. Hearing this, Zhang Fan sneered. From Xiao Linger's perspective, if Zhang Fan offends Lin Feiyu instead of fighting Lin Feiyu to the death, is it Zhang Fan's greed for the power of the magic kung fu? Want magic skills? I really don't know what this girl is thinking. Zhang Fan waved his hands and said, Miss Linger, the inheritor of magic skills is not something you and I can deal with just a few words. Xiao Linger frowned. At this time, he seems to have no cultivation base, and even drank drugged wine. Now is an excellent opportunity. If you miss it, you may never have another opportunity in the future. Zhang Fan waved his hand. As I said, the inheritor of magic skills is not so easy to deal with. Good. Xiaolinger nodded. Since Mr. Zhang is unwilling to make a move, then leave quickly. It is best to stay far away, so as not to hurt you in the future. Xiaolinger said. Turn around and leave. Zhang Fan frowned slightly, not understanding what Xiaolinger was going to do. He stared to see what Xiaolinger was thinking, but saw that the other party had disappeared into the night. Looking at the direction where Xiaolinger left, Zhang Fan smiled wryly and shook his head, feeling amused in his heart. The sky is falling, and my sixth uncle is holding it up. Why are you panicking? As the saying goes, say Cao Cao, and Cao Cao will arrive. I was just thinking about my sixth uncle. A figure suddenly appeared in front of him. It's Yan Lao Lu, second brother. Yan Lao Lu shouted. Dage. Zhang Fan returned. Dage is so late, what's the matter here, brother? Zhang Fan asked. Although the guy in front of him is the sixth uncle, but now he is his sworn brother Dage. Crazy Super Plus generation belongs to yes. Hush. Yan Lao Lu made a silent gesture. With a wave, several formation flags floated out and penetrated into the wall, and another barrier appeared in a short time. Zhang Fan said he was speechless. This move is the third rank formation flag. This is something that the cultivator during the foundation establishment period can offer. Lu uncle, can you have a snack? Second brother, I know who the inheritor of the magic power is. After the enchantment was opened, Yan Lao Lu said earnestly, and looked at Zhang Fan expectantly after speaking. Who? Zhang Fan asked. After this question, Yan Lao Lu's eyes shone with pride. With his hands behind his back and his head raised, he paced back and forth to the table and chair and sat down. He poured himself a cup of tea without haste. Slowly took a sip. Bah, what kind of tea, why is it so bitter? Zhang Fan was speechless. Dage, who is the inheritor of magic skills? Yan Lao Lu put down his teacup and said seriously, the one who came with you is the guy named Wang Tang. It's the inheritor of magic skills. Quote. Zhang Fan was stunned. Why does Dage think so? The corners of Yan Lao Lu's mouth slightly raised, evoking a confident smile. He took out a map, threw it on the wall, and pointed to a certain direction of the map. According to my observation, the inheritor of the previous magic art is here. Moreover, the news that the inheritors of magic skills have been active in this area has been circulating for a few days, so guess why you can meet Wang Tang. And Wang Tang, why did you happen to be saved by the inheritor of the magic art? And Wang Tang, why can one punch, with only 30% strength, be able to knock away the inheritor of the magic art? And Wang Tang, why did he appear when the army arrived? Everything. There is only one possibility. Then Wang Tang. It's the inheritor of magic skills. Second brother, thanks to your fate. You happened to meet a large army and went there, otherwise your appearance would definitely be eaten up by Wang Tang, the successor of the magic art. Yan Lao Lu said confidently, as if I had seen through everything a long time ago. The listener Zhang Fan felt that there was nothing wrong with Yan Lao Lu's analysis. If he wasn't a participant, he would almost believe it. Dage, don't you think Chu Yun is suspicious? Zhang Fan looked at Yan Lao Lu speechlessly, and asked. Yan Lao Lu heard the words and testified, Chu Yun. No, impossible. When Lin Feiyu was doing evil, Chu Yun was always in my sight, and there was no chance to go out, and this person learned that Lin Feiyu was doing evil, so he decisively urged everyone to attack Lin Feiyu. Such a righteous person, second brother, why do you think he is the inheritor of magic skills? This is impossible. Yan Lao Lu shook his head, and then emphasized his own opinion. I still think that the inheritor of the magic art is Wang Tang. As far as I know, before Wang Tang entered the Demon Valley, he was only the 10th floor cultivation base in the Qi refining period. It's just a few days. No matter how talented Wang Tang is, it is absolutely impossible, from the 10th floor of the Qi refining period, break through to the peak of the foundation establishment period. With such a breakthrough speed, I'm afraid there are only magic power inheritors. Yan Lao Lu said seriously. The corners of Zhang Fan's mouth twitched. According to the logic of the breakthrough speed, then Zhang Fan is also suspected, and the suspicion of Zhang Fan is still the biggest, from the breakthrough of the second floor of the refining period to the early stage of the foundation establishment, etc. Somebody is coming. It's Wang Tang. Second brother, be careful, she must have come here specially to spy on your beauty. You have to be careful, don't say that I'm here. I want to hear what he has to say. At this time, Yan Laoliu was startled and kept talking. After finishing speaking, he immediately used the secret method to become invisible and disappeared in place. Zhang Fan fell silent again. Can the sixth uncle go for a snack? Can the secret method of invisibility be used by the cultivator during the foundation establishment period? Brother Zhang. Wang Tang was dressed in black, hiding the cultivation base against the backdrop of the night, and walked in like a ghost. Wang Dage, you are here. Zhang Fan cupped hands said. Ha ha ha, Brother Zhang, don't be so polite. You and I are brothers. Brother Zhang, have you ever found out? As the inheritor of the magic skill hidden among the crowd, Wang Tang asked. Zhang Fan shook his head. I haven't found it yet, but I'm sure that Lin Feiyu, the inheritor of magic skills, is among the crowd. Wang Tang nodded seriously. Yes, it must be among the crowd. Besides, we humiliated him so much that we gave him a masculine hat. He will definitely not be able to bear it, and trouble us. Huh, think about it this way. I think it's a little strange that there is one person's behavior today. Zhang Fan. Who? Wang Tang said with a serious expression. It's the one who swore to you today, Yan Lu. Zhang Fan frowned. Why does senior brother Wang think it's him? Wang Tang looked serious. That Yan Lao Lu, who looks so old-fashioned, said that he is a 16-year-old boy, and he has never heard of this person before. This person seems to have appeared out of thin air, and he is still in the foundation establishment period. Cultivation base. You must know that among today's proud crowd, there are not many people with cultivation base in the foundation establishment period, so this person is very suspicious. Zhang Fan was silent. Senior brother Wang, don't you think that Chu Yun is a bit suspicious? Wang Tang was taken aback. Chu Yun. Impossible. Wang Tang shook his head resolutely. I have heard of Chu Yun. Then Chu Yun is from the Eastern Chu family. He is a very righteous person in his work. The injury on his body at the moment was caused by Lin Feiyu. Also, I heard that when he learned that Lin Feiyu was active in that area. I can't wait to rush over and kill Lin Feiyu with my sword in hand. How can a person with such a sense of justice be a big devil? Zhang Fan was silent. Very good. The two teammates think each other as the devil. In the end, they thought the real devil was a good person. With such crouching dragon and phoenix chicks, how can the great cause not be accomplished? What's the meaning? At this time, Yan Laoliu couldn't bear it any longer. He showed his figure, and looked at Wang Tang and Zhang Fan suspiciously. What do you mean, the so-called Lin Feiyu's liking for men is all because of you? Lin Feiyu, who was active in that area before, is not someone else, but the two of you. Wang Tang saw the visitor. Shocked, with magic treasures in hand, it's time to fight. Take it easy. Yan Laoliu waved his hand, looked at Zhang Fan and asked, second brother, you mean, Chu Yun is Lin Feiyu? Zhang Fan nodded. Wang Tang frowned. Why is Chu Yun a big devil? Zhang Fan shook his head. Chu Yun is dead, this is what Xiao Linger told me. In addition, are we still acting today? Wang Tang smiled when he heard the words, naturally. Yan Laoliu was stunned. What action? What do you mean? Head hurts. Lin Feiyu shook his drunken head, stood outside his immortal cave, and looked at the surrounding immortal caves with awe-inspiring eyes. Strange, I didn't drink much wine today. Why are you so drunk? Lin Feiyu looked at the moon in the sky with some doubts. The crescent moon sets. It's already midnight. After drinking so much wine, he actually fell asleep. Even now, it's also drunk, and I feel like I'm going to sleep. However, strong willpower still supports not to let the consciousness become blurred. He is Lin Feiyu, not Chu Yun. Lin Feiyu doesn't know if other people know about this secret, but a fake is a fake, and there will definitely be a day when it will be exposed. Lin Feiyu didn't want to talk nonsense when he was drunk, exposing that he was Lin Feiyu. But think about it now. After drinking so much wine and being drunk for so long, someone must have been drugged. Fortunately, I have always had the habit of arranging formation. Lin Feiyu frowned in thought, thinking of the incident that Xiaolinger had been drinking to him yesterday, Could it be that Xiaolinger has already realized that I am not Chu Yun's business? One thought here. Lin Feiyu thought it was very possible. Perhaps, the reason for wanting to cooperate with Oil these 2 days exposed his obscene heart, which is very inconsistent with Chu Yun's image of a gentleman. It seems, we must quickly kill a cultivator, absorb its blood essence, and restore the cultivation base. It's best to change your identity. Otherwise, the talisman in hand is not enough to arrange several formations. Lin Feiyu touched the storage ring. In the past few days, he has gradually been able to use some cultivation base, which is enough to open the storage ring. Otherwise, I can't entertain everyone with the peach blossom wine with strong ingredients. It's just that he doesn't have many talismans. I also asked for some from others. Chu Yun's popularity is really good, and everyone took out talismans to him one after another, which made him support until today. It is said that I asked Xiaolinger for talismans before, but Xiaolinger said that there were not many talismans, so she only gave him a few. Now think about it. Perhaps at that time, Xiaolinger had already doubted his identity. The Xiaolinger in my memory is a talisman-making genius. How can a talisman-making genius not have many talismans? One thought here. Lin Feiyu felt a sense of urgency. Urgently, I want to change my identity. Brother Li Yan, you have always taken good care of me. You said that you were willing to sacrifice your life for me. Hehe, now, you can sacrifice your life. Lin Feiyu Nanan said to himself. His eyes were awe-inspiring, and he looked at the nearest immortal cave. Now he can use some cultivation base though. However, if you can find the nearest target, the less likely you will be exposed. When drinking before, Lin Feiyu poured Li Yan hard. Let Li Yan drink the wine mixed with strong ingredients. Li Yan drank a lot. If everyone yelled, maybe he would have to sleep one a day. Li Yan's immortal cave is very close to his immortal cave. Just a sideways, Lin Feiyu came to its immortal cave. Seeing that there was really no one around, Lin Feiyu felt relieved. Quietly walked in. Hoo. As soon as he entered the immortal cave, Lin Feiyu smiled when he saw Li Yan sound asleep. Take out the dagger. The cunning moonlight shone on the sharp dagger, and the smile on Lin Feiyu's face was so ferocious. Brother Li Yan, it's your honor to die in my hands. Talking. Lin Feiyu's eyes turned cold. Do it now. However, right now, suddenly, a roar came from outside. Lin Feiyu has appeared. Everyone catch Lin Feiyu. Lin Feiyu's heart skipped a beat when he heard this. What? It was unknown whether it was the shouting outside or the sound of the dagger falling to the ground that woke Li Yan from his sleep. Li Yan sat up in a daze. At this moment, outside, there was even loud shouting. The big devil Lin Feiyu has appeared. Kill Lin Feiyu. Kill him. Lin Feiyu. He actually stole my underwear. Lin Feiyu and I are at odds. Li Yan was shocked. Lin Feiyu appeared. Suddenly woke up. Subsequently, only then did Li Yan see Chu Yun standing beside his bed, also known as Lin Feiyu. Chu Dage, why are you here? Li Yan looked at Lin Feiyu who was holding a dagger in his hand in doubt, and he couldn't help but feel a little suspicious. I didn't hear Lin Feiyu appear. I'm afraid that Lin Feiyu will come looking for me, so I came to Brother Li's immortal cave, looking for your help. Lin Feiyu realized that the shouts outside were not about him, but about someone else. He gritted his teeth in his heart and pretended to be him. Underpants, the voice just now came from a man. I see. Brother Chu, don't worry, with me, Li Yan, Lin Feiyu will definitely not be able to hurt you. Li Yan said, shaking his drowsy head. For some reason, it seemed that he almost fell asleep just now. If it wasn't for the name Lin Feiyu, he had a psychological shadow. As soon as he heard this name, Li Yan felt a pain in his buttocks. Yes, he woke up in pain. The two didn't chat about anything. Immediately, head outside the immortal cave. Lin Feiyu wanted to see if the person pretending to be him was really Wang Tang and Zhang Fan. Boom, just walked out of immortal cave. Then I saw that the dazzling explosion lights lit up in front of my eyes, accompanied by a huge roar. Lin Feiyu. Immediately afterwards, it was an angry shout. This voice is very familiar, it is Wang Tang. Subsequently, a ball of flames rises up. Looking carefully, it is a person, surrounded by flames. Flames rise, a long sword appears in his hand, the long sword Wang Ming, balls of flames gushes out from the long sword. Even Li Yan and Lin Feiyu, who are far away, can feel the burning sensation rushing towards their faces. That man, it's Wang Tang, and in front of Wang Tang, it's a person who is full of black air. Ha 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 ha. Wang Tang, you were attacked by me just now and were seriously injured. You are no longer my opponent. I, Lin Feiyu, appreciate you very much. Put down your weapon obediently. Be my slave. Believe me, it's your honor to be my slave. The man surrounded by black air was even more dressed in black. The black clothes and the black air enveloped him. In this dark night, he couldn't see the other party's appearance clearly at all. Its voice, it's even that blunt tone of voice, as if it couldn't be uttered by a human being. If the man in black can be captured alive. Moreover, some people know how to puppet. You will definitely find that this is a superb puppet. Wang Tang snorted coldly. Despicable and shameless villain. Sneak attacking me, what a skill. However, Lin Feiyu, do you really think that even if Wang is seriously injured, you can handle it? The man surrounded by black air laughed loudly. Ha ha ha. I just like a rebellious man like you. I'll give you another chance. Put down your weapon obediently, become my slave, take off your pants and let me play with you, otherwise, you will die today. It will be an ugly death. Wang Tang was silent. The long sword in his hand screamed, and flames began to gather continuously. The man in black laughed loudly. Ha 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 ha, I know your move. This trick is called the Sword of Destiny. With this sword, the cultivation base of the foundation establishment stage can display the strength of the nascent soul stage. It is extremely terrifying, and it is a secret technique not passed down by the royal family. As soon as the man in black said this, everyone present was shocked. What? Royal secret technique. Desperate sword. Foundation establishment phase cultivation base. Can it display the strength of the nascent soul period? Hiss. In this world, there is such a powerful sword art. It's just a pity. This sword art, it takes a while to gather energy. Do you think I will give you this chance? You are seriously injured by my surprise attack now, but, hee, if you were not seriously injured, how could you use this sword? You only need to punch with all your strength, and I will defeat you. Ha 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 ha. However, the person who is dying now is you. The man in black laughed. King Dage, I'm here to help you. Just at this time, a voice sounded from below Wang Tang and the man in black. A dazzling and beautiful light appeared below the two of them. One person, surrounded by hundreds of talismans, galloped towards the man in black. Fast. A moment of effort. He arrived at the side of the man in black. Lin Feiyu, you have done a lot of evil. I'm Zhang Fan. Even if you don't want your physical body today, you will be hit hard. Give me. Burst. The man who rushed to the man in black shouted loudly, and the talismans around him burst out with powerful light in an instant. The light suddenly appeared. The talismans around him exploded. Boom. Loud explosion. Ring around the men in black. For a moment, the figure of the man in black is crumbling. There was an exclamation from below, young Master Zhang. This voice was a woman's voice. However, no one would care about the exclamation. Everyone was staring intently at the man in black above. Ha 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 ha. As expected of my sworn brother. Second brother. I, Yan Lu, have said it. I don't want to be born in the same year, the same month, and the same day. But I want to die in the same year, the same month, and the same day. Today, the second brother is desperately killing demons. As a Dage, I have nothing to fear. He lost his head, it's just a scar the size of a bull. If he dies today, 18 years later, he'll be a good man again. I am Yanliu. Today, with you Lin Feiyu, never die. At the moment Zhang Fan fell down. Another voice sounded from below. A figure bursting with golden light, wearing golden armor and flying with a sword, galloped towards the man in black. Yan Lu, who was shining with golden light, looked like a hero. Bring your own light. The appearance of being generous to die. This moment was deeply recorded in the mind of the female cultivator who looked over here. Go. It's too late to say it. Yan Laoliu flew with his sword, and in an instant came to the side of the man in black. Flying sword is up. Galloped towards the man in black. The man in black snorted coldly, and with his backhand, a cloud of black air rushed towards the flying sword. However, Yan Laolu uttered lightly, explosion. Boom. The flying sword exploded instantly. The man in black was directly affected by the explosion, and retreated a few steps towards him. The man in black snorted coldly and shouted loudly. You, fourth rank flying sword. This is fourth rank flying sword, you just blew yourself up like this. People around heard this. All were shocked. What? Fourth rank. This fourth rank flying sword corresponds to the nascent soul phase. The flying sword that only nascent soul bosses use. What is the origin of this Yan Laolu, who casually detonated a fourth rank flying sword? I didn't expect that either. You were able to withstand the explosion of the fourth rank flying sword. It's me who thinks you simple. It seems that you should have a heavy treasure on your body. Yan Laolu stood in the void, staring at the man in black. The man in black snorted coldly. You, totally me off. The man in black said. He was surrounded by black air. In a blink of an eye. Then he appeared behind Yan Laolu. Die. The man in black raised his palm. It hit Yan Laolu hard on the back. Puff. At that time, Yan Laolu spit out a mouthful of old blood, and the spit was 3 meters high, as if he had suffered a serious injury. Subsequently, Yan Laolu fell heavily towards the bottom. From Zhang Fan detonating the talisman, to Yan Laolu detonating the flying sword, to the last man in black making Yan Lao 6th stage. The whole process. A minute or so has passed. During this minute, the sound of explosions continued one after another. At this time, most of those drunk cultivators have already woken up, staring at each other, frowning and frowning. At this time, the man in black snorted coldly. Ha 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 ha. Wong Tang, your fate is really great. If you count the time, you should be able to cast your fatal blow in a while. At this time, I can't kill you, your life is really big. Wong Tang, next time, see you next time, it's your time of death. You wait for me, I will come back again. Pipe, the man in black said. Galloping away towards the distance. I saw the man in black fleeing. Some onlookers at the Foundation establishment stage cultivator saw the men in black trying to escape, flying with their swords one by one, chasing the men in black, and shouting, Lin Fei, Yusho, go. Among this group of cultivators. And Li Yan, how could he let go of this kind of pursuit of victory? Only, the speed of these cultivators is really slow. In a short while, the man in black fled without a trace. Li Yan and many Foundation establishment period cultivators are back. Li Yan sighed. Oh, pity, what a pity. If it weren't for drinking some wine and being unable to stabilize our figure, we would definitely be able to capture Lin Feiyu alive this time. As soon as Li Yan said this, won the recognition of other Foundation establishment period cultivators. Yeah, it's a pity, let Lin Feiyu run away this time. Everyone looked at each other and nodded. Master Zhang, how are you doing? Master Yan, are you okay? At this time, many cultivators in the Foundation establishment period heard the shouts not far away, and then remembered Zhang Fan, Yan Laoliu and Wang Tang. Everyone flew over. Only see, Zhang Fan fell into Shaolinger's arms, with blood in his mouth. That Yan Laolu was surrounded by female cultivators. Brother Zhang Fan, Brother 6, how are you doing? Is the injury serious? Well, it's all because the big brother is useless. If I drank too much and woke up, Lin Feiyu ran away. Li Yan sighed, and said to Zhang Fan and Yan Laoliu with self-blame. Yes, what a great opportunity this time, to let Lin Feiyu escape. Everyone sighed and shook their heads bitterly. Zhang Fan said weakly, Li, Brother Li, everyone, fellow Taoists. The matter of drinking was all brought up by Zhang. This time Lin Feiyu appeared and let him escape. It's all Zhang's fault, cough. Zhang Fan said, spit out 2 mouthfuls of blood. Then she lay weakly in Shaolinger's arms, not daring to say anything more. Yan Laoliu frowned, and said, but, it's a pity. This time Tianzhao will fight. If I listen to my father, I will bring the flying sword of the 6th and 7th ranks. This time, Lin Feiyu will definitely be killed here. Well, Yan Laolu said. It also coughed a mouthful of blood. His face looked weak. He fell directly into the arms of the female cultivator. You two fellow Taoists don't say that. Wang Tang stood up at this time and said. If it weren't for the 2 shots, then Lin Feiyu will definitely kill me when I use the sword of desperation. At that time, our lives will be in danger. Unfortunately, that Lin Feiyu is really hateful. He actually attacked me while I was asleep. I know the power of my desperate sword. Well, Wang Tang said with a sigh. As soon as the words came out, the cultivators present all nodded. That's right, Mr. Zhang is not afraid of danger. Even when facing the inheritor of the magic art, he is not afraid at all. He is really a role model for my generation. How can we blame him? Yes, Zhang fellow Taoist is a role model for my generation, but unfortunately I am not a nun, otherwise I will marry Zhang fellow Taoist, ha 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 ha. Yan fellow Taoist is also okay. In order to kill demons, he actually blew up a 4th rank magical item. Such a temperament, I am ashamed. I am ashamed. Yeah. This time Lin Feiyu sneaked in late at night. If Wang Tang fellow Taoist, Zhang Fan fellow Taoist, and Yan Lu fellow Taoist were not here, I'm afraid our lives would be in danger. Everyone gave Zhang Fan and Yan Lu thumbs up. They kept praising Zhang Fan, Yan Lao Lu, and Wang Tang with various words. Hearing these compliments, Wang Tang kept silent, and looked at the sky at 45 degrees with an inscrutable look. As for Zhang Fan and Yan Lao Lu, they shook their heads and waved their hands. The low-key and humble look on his face really stunned all the female cultivators. Even if Xiao Linger knew that the man in black was not Lin Feiyu, she was 9 times sure that this incident was faked, and she looked at Zhang Fan with a different emotion. At this time, the real Lin Feiyu already walked into the crowd. I heard this group of people praise Zhang Fan and others for a while. The expression on Lin Feiyu's face was extremely complicated. Seriously, however, what made Lin Feiyu even more angry was yet to come. This group of cultivators began to talk about the purpose of the man in black this time. Lin Feiyu is he actually stole my storage ring, which contains all my belongings, medicine pill, talismans and so on, which add up to almost 50,000 low-grade spirit stones. 50,000 low-grade spirit stones. I have about 100,000 low-grade spirit stones in my storage ring, as well as various talismans medicine pill. Lin Feiyu, the god of evil. Let him escape. My god, my storage bag. Other items are secondary, the main thing is the monster core inside. Yes, monster core. The number of monster cores is related to the ranking of this trial. The demonic beasts who worked so hard to kill for so long ended up disappearing overnight. Lin Feiyu, the devil. Lin Feiyu and I are inseparable. What are you? He stole daddy's panties. All panties. Brother, are you a man? Girl, you don't know something. Lin Feiyu, just likes guys. Mine was stolen too. Are you also stolen from your body? I wore it on my body, and when I woke up, I found that my underwear was gone. Quote. Everyone is talking about it. What Lin Feiyu hears the most is that countless men complain about their own underwear being stolen. Some people even said that he slept in his underwear, and when he woke up, he found that the storage ring and the underwear were missing. Hearing this, Lin Feiyu's brows trembled. He couldn't help but stare at Wang Tang with cold eyes. Up to now, how could he not know? The people who impersonate him are Wang Tang, Zhang Fan and Yan Laoliu. Who is that man in black? God knows who he is. Anyway, this matter must have nothing to do with Wang Tang. Lin Feiyu stared at Wang Tang coldly. As for Zhang Fan and Yan Laoliu, they were ignored by him. A cultivator who has not even reached the peak of the foundation establishment period is not worthy of Lin Feiyu's attention. Lin Feiyu wondered in his heart, he couldn't think of where he offended Wang Tang. After thinking about it, it seemed that he had never had any communication with Wang Tang. But, Lin Feiyu swears, as long as he restores the cultivation base, he must personally kill Wang Tang. He swears. Everyone, wait, just when everyone was talking about it, Wang Tang interrupted suddenly. Seeing that it was Wang Tang who spoke, everyone stopped. All eyes were on Wang Tang. Having just experienced that incident, everyone knows that perhaps only Wang Tang can deal with Lin Feiyu. From the black-clothed population before, I learned that Wang Tang's move called Zhu Ming Yijian can use the cultivation base of the foundation establishment phase to display the strength of the nascent soul phase, which made the cultivators feel deeply. Now, Wang Tang's reputation is extremely high. Even, the position of its leader has a veritable taste. Then, when Wang Tang opened his mouth, everyone stopped discussing and looked at Wang Tang. Seeing that Wang Tang has such a reputation, Lin Feiyu was so angry that his teeth itched, and he hated Lin Feiyu even more in his heart. As for Zhang Fan and Yan Lu, he even ignored them. In his heart, Zhang Fan and Yan Lu 6, it's just Wang Tang's younger brother, how can he get into his eyes? Everyone. Wang Tang glanced at everyone present, with a solemn expression on his face, and said, "Tonight, I will drink and have fun together. Everyone is drunk. So, tonight is the perfect time for Lin Feiyu to make a move. There is no better time than this time. So, how does Lin Feiyu know that today, we are all drunk?" As soon as the words came out, the witty Li Yan's eyes widened suddenly. Among us, there are undercover agents. No. After Li Yan finished speaking, he shook his head resolutely, and said in an emphatic tone, "Lin Feiyu. It's between us." He changed his face, hid his identity. As soon as Li Yan said this, everyone present, they all took a breath. His eyes were all vigilantly looking at the crowd around him. This moment, everyone they saw looked like that big devil, Lin Feiyu. The female cultivators were fine, but they were a little scared. Those male cultivators, one by one is flustered. They all stared wide-eyed, their hairs stood on their backs, and looked at everyone around them in horror. It's like the grass and trees are soldiers, as long as they look at each other, they feel that the other person is the big devil Lin Feiyu. Senior Brother Wang, leader, this matter is of great importance. We must find out Lin Feiyu who is hiding in the crowd, otherwise everyone will not be able to sleep. Li Yan swallowed in horror. I just feel my hairs stand on end. Especially, just thought of, when drinking yesterday, those brothers who had a good relationship before hooked up with me. God, the kid who slapped me yesterday, could it be Lin Feiyu? Yes, Lin Feiyu must be caught. Wang Tang nodded solemnly. Then, he shook his head. But, now everyone looks like Lin Feiyu to me, what should I do? As soon as the words came out, everyone nodded in explanation. Isn't that right? At this moment, everyone is like a grasshopper, except for himself. It seems that everyone around him is Lin Feiyu. Chapter 91. Well, this matter is a bit difficult. Wang Tang sighed, frowned, and lowered his head thinking about something. At this time, Yan Lu opened his mouth and said, "Brother Wang Tang, you fellow Taoists, Yan, I have an immature suggestion. I just don't know if everyone trusts Yan." As soon as Yan Lao Lu said this, everyone looked at Yan Lao Lu in surprise. Li Yan even said, "Believe it. How can you not believe in Yan, fellow Taoist? There are thousands of people in this tent, even if Li doesn't trust himself, he won't distrust the three fellow Taoists." After Li Yan finished speaking, everyone else agreed. Yes, even if I am Lin Feiyu, the three fellow Taoists will not be Lin Feiyu. The three fellow Taoists are so righteous, how can they be the big devil Lin Feiyu? If you don't trust the three fellow Taoists, you're making things difficult for me. I'll be the first to say no. Everyone spoke up. It shows that he trusts Wang Tang, Zhang Fan and Yan Laoliu very much. The man in black just arrived. Wang Tang was the first to be attacked. But Zhang Fan was the first to rush forward, ready to die with the man in black. Everyone's admiration for Yan Lu is no less than that of Wang Tang and Zhang Fan. Yan Lao Lu just detonated a 4th-rank flying sword. That is the 4th-rank flying sword. If it is counted as spirit stones, I am afraid that it must be more than 10 million low-grade spirit stones. So arrogant. That's why many female cultivators expressed their worries to Yan Lao Lu, and surrounded Yan Lao Lu one by one. Brother Yan, since you have a solution, why don't you tell me? Wang Tang also spoke. Yan Lao Lu nodded. Let me talk about my guess first. Seeing Yan Lao Lu speak, everyone looked at Yan Lao Lu. Everyone sees. Yan Lao Lu's expression became very serious. Have fellow Taoists thought about a question? How can a male cultivator like men? And, still stealing men's underwear, does this mean that he is not normal? No, I don't think so. As far as I know, this demon clan is very traditional in terms of psychology. If the heart is not normal, it will definitely not become the inheritor of this magic power. So, this Lin Feiyu must be a normal person. The reason why I like men is the reason why I steal men's underwear. There is only one possibility. Lin Feiyu. It's a woman. As soon as the words came out, everyone present was stunned. All the male cultivators looked at the surrounding female cultivators in unison, and the female cultivators also looked at the surrounding female cultivators one by one, as if the surrounding female cultivators were Lin Feiyu. The real Lin Feiyu froze when he heard this. What the hell? I am female. I do not know how. For a moment, Lin Feiyu couldn't help frowning. His eyes gleamed with anger, but in an instant, this anger disappeared in an instant. It seems that women are also very good. Thus, his identity. It seems very safe. Xiaolinger frowned when she heard these words, and she was even more puzzled at this moment. What is Yan Laoliu going to do? However, as soon as Yan Laoliu said this, everyone was shocked for a while, and the group of male cultivators who lost their underwear showed smirks on their faces. It turns out that Lin Feiyu is not Lin Feiyu, but Lin Feiyu. The rain that rains. Are you, Lin Feiyu? I said that when I heard Lin Feiyu's name before, I always had the feeling of hearing a woman's name. It turns out that Lin Feiyu is a woman. No wonder I lost my panties. It turns out that Miss Lin Feiyu likes me. Ha ha ha, fellow Taoists, I think about it now. Just now in my sleep, I vaguely saw a young woman with long hair and a slender waist, who entered my room and told me to take off my underwear. Now think about it, that's not a dream, that's Lin Feiyu. Long hair, slender waist, tisk tisk, Lin Feiyu, a demon woman. From her name, she knows that Lin Feiyu is a beautiful woman. Why didn't she just tell me if she liked me, and actually wanted to steal my underwear? Ha 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 ha. So, the person who fed me medicine pill and carved letters on my buttocks is not a man, but a woman. No wonder after eating medicine pill, I have a feeling that I am not interested in women. For a few days I feel like I was squeezed dry by Lin Feiyu. Wow, ha 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 ha. The male cultivators looked up to the sky and laughed. Fear of Lin Feiyu. It seems to have weakened a bit. One by one seemed to see Lin Feiyu again, and then swallowed each other's medicine pill. Xiaolinger was shocked. So, is this the strategy of Zhongfan and others? To weaken everyone's fear of Lin Feiyu? I still underestimated these three people. Brother Chu. Brother Chu. Ha 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 ha. A male cultivator, with a wild laugh on his face, slapped Lin Feiyu on the shoulder. Lin Feiyu was silent. I just heard the male cultivator say to Chu Yun, "You don't know, just now when I was sleeping, I was wearing pants, but when I woke up, the pants were gone, and, on top of my big bird, there is even more. There are traces of water droplets. Ha 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 ha. I thought it was a man who swallowed my bird, but unexpectedly, it was a young woman. Ha 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 ha. Then Lin Feiyu must like me. Ha 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 ha." Lin Feiyu's face darkened, but he still smiled stiffly. Then congratulations, fellow Taoist. The male cultivator laughed out loud. Stop. Yan Laoliu shouted loudly. Everyone stopped their excitement one after another, and looked at Yan Laoliu quietly. You don't want to hear that Lin Feiyu is a woman, just take him lightly. You know, he is a demon. He can absorb my blood essence to practice. Have you ever forgotten the skeletons you saw back then? When everyone present heard this, their brows trembled. There was a thud in my heart. All remembered. A skeleton found at the time. No, to be precise, it should be a corpse. A corpse with only bones and skin and no flesh. The flesh and blood of that corpse seemed to have been swallowed up by some kind of creature. The pupils on his face were dilated, revealing a painful expression. Even in death, he did not close his eyes. One can imagine what kind of suffering he had suffered during his lifetime. Torment and pain. And, this Lin Feiyu is a woman, it's just my guess. Do not rule out the possibility that he is a man. Yan Laoliu added again. After all, the tradition of the demon clan that I have heard does not accept people with problems in their hearts. These things are just what I have read in books. I don't know what the current demon clan is like. No. As soon as the words came out, the hearts of all the people present thumped. Especially those male cultivators who boasted just now that they took the medicine pill and fell into a coma for 3 days and 3 nights. In a daze, they seemed to feel that they had fought with Miss Lin Feiyu for 3 days and 3 nights. They felt extremely awkward in their hearts. The feeling of dying, no, this feeling is even more uncomfortable than dying, one by one thinking about how to learn a disguise technique, and then change to another place of life. Yan fellow Taoist, then what should we do now? Li Yan asked in a panic. Just now he almost showed the words engraved on his buttocks, but thinking about it now, he was afraid for a while. Yeah, Yan fellow Taoist, please tell fellow Taoist, Lin Feiyu is hiding among us, we are having trouble sleeping and eating. Everyone spoke one after another. Everyone hoped that Yan Laolu could make a plan to find Lin Feiyu out. Especially this group of male cultivators. It was very eager for Yan Laolu to tell me something. Lin Feiyu didn't get rid of it for a day. They just can't sleep. After falling asleep, there is a cultivator, I don't know whether it is male or female, enter their room, and then think about it and feel scared. Xiaoling was even more puzzled when she heard this. What? Why is everyone's fear of Lin Feiyu getting deeper? Xiaoling couldn't help being puzzled, and looked at Yan Laolu, wondering what earth-shattering scheme Yan Laolu would come up with in the future. However, I still think that this Lin Feiyu is a woman. It's hidden among the crowd like us. So, I decided to use a stupid way. Set up an enchantment in one place, first let me wait for one of the three to enter it, and then all the female fellow Taoists enter it one by one, let them verify their identities one by one. As soon as the words came out, everyone present looked at Yan Laolu in astonishment. Especially the group of female cultivators. At this moment, in their eyes, Yan Laolu seemed to no longer radiate light, and his slightly old face seemed a little wretched. Why are only female fellow Taoists identified, but not males? How does it sound like there is a meaning to use this matter to do obscene things? When Xiaoling heard this, she raised her brows slightly. Okay, so this is the so-called trick. Lin Feiyu frowned. Damn it, to use him as an excuse to do such a thing. Wang Tang also frowned. Zhang Fan narrowed his eyes slightly, and looked towards Yan Laolu with frowning. The system prompt suddenly appeared. Name, Yan Laolu. Status, the desire to be the sixth uncle is about to move, and he is ready to create opportunities for his eldest nephew. Zhang Fan frowned slightly, it turned out that Uncle Six meant that. Worthy of my good age. But, Li Yan wanted to say something. Yan Laolu interrupted directly, with a serious expression on his face, oh. This matter is very serious. Once we reveal Lin Feiyu's identity, then Lin Feiyu will definitely go berserk. Until then, those who verify their identity are not far from death. And the person whose identity is verified can only be one of the three of us. I can't do it. After I finish setting up the formation, I need to keep the formation running. So, this candidate, second brother Zhang Fan, are you willing to sacrifice yourself for the sake of the human race? When everyone heard these words, they all nodded in surprise. Turn out to be, Yan Laolu did not intend to use this matter to assist many female cultivators. After all, the person who identified the female cultivator was not Yan Laolu. Hearing this, Zhang Fan said again and again, Dage. For the human race. In order to eradicate the big devil Lin Feiyu. For justice, my generation, even if we sacrifice our lives, so what? That's a demon. If you don't get rid of it, it will cause serious trouble in the future. If you use my life in exchange for the exposure of Lin Feiyu's identity, I am willing. This matter is so dangerous, I have to bear it alone, it is enough. As soon as Zhang Fan said this, everyone present looked at Zhang Fan in unison. Especially those female cultivators. This moment, the eyes looking at Zhang Fan seemed to be full of affection, with a different kind of emotion. In their eyes, Zhang Fan at this moment seemed to be emitting some kind of light. Not to mention, Zhang Fan, originally handsome, was much more handsome than others. Wang Teng was a little anxious when he heard this. Damn it, how can such a good thing let Zhang Fan get it alone? Wang Teng repeatedly said, no, how can brother Zhang Xian bear such a dangerous matter alone? As the saying goes, the greater the ability, the greater the responsibility. If the sky falls, there will be a tall one to stand up for it. As Wang, the one with the highest cultivation base, should be at the front line. Brother Zhang Xian, you are still young. Verify the identities of all the female fellow Taoists, and find out Lin Feiyu, such a dangerous thing. It's better to leave it to someone Wang Teng said with a serious face. Zhang Fan shook his head. No, brother Wang, you are the strongest existence among us, and you are the only one who can stand against Lin Feiyu. Just now you were attacked by Lin Feiyu and were seriously injured. The most urgent thing to delay now is to heal your wounds well. It's better to leave this dangerous matter to me. Once Lin Feiyu is found, there will be movement. At that time, senior brother Wang can directly attack and kill Lin Feiyu. Zhang Fan said seriously. Yan Laolu also nodded. Second brother is right, brother Wang, you are seriously injured at the moment, you need to heal your wounds well. Among the three of us, my second brother's cultivation base is the lowest. Even if you find Lin Feiyu, I forced Lin Feiyu into a hurry, and finally my second brother died, so I can deal with Lin Feiyu. The most suitable one is only my second brother. Hearing Yan Laolu's speech, Wang Tang couldn't help frowning. I found that Yan Laolu's eyes were not afraid at all. Wang Tang was silent, although some are not reconciled. But still nodded. Okay. He is not afraid of Yan Laolu. But the key point now is that the storage rings stolen just now are all in the hands of Yan Laolu, and the spoils have not been divided yet. If Yan Laolu is offended now, the loss will be huge. It's not too late. I'll start right here, Yan Laolu said. Several array flags were sacrificed in his hand. As soon as the formation flag came out, the eyes of many cultivators present were all brightened, especially Xiao Linger, who couldn't help but exclaimed in her heart, "Array flag." Array flags are not easy. Even the lowest formation flag is worth hundreds of thousands of low-grade spirit stones. It's just that I don't know, what grade is the formation flag in Yan Laolu's hand? Everyone was puzzled. I am even more curious about Yan Laolu's identity. What is the origin of this Yan Laolu? Not only can he take out the flying sword of the 4th rank to detonate it, but he can even take out the formation flag at this moment. But everyone felt relieved at the moment. With a fellow Taoist with such financial resources, Lin Feiyu could not escape this time. Yan Laolu casually unfurled several array flags, and a barrier appeared out of thin air in front of everyone. In the enchantment, there is a piece of gray, and it is not clear what is going on inside. My dear brother, let's go in. Next I'll put in one female cultivator after another. You must check carefully. Never let Lin Feiyu go. Yan Laolu looked at Zhang Fan solemnly, and said solemnly. Zhang Fan nodded. I will. Talking. Zhang Fan glanced at the many female cultivators present. The female cultivators all blushed and looked at Zhang Fan expectantly. Subsequently, Zhang Fan looked at Xiao Linger. Let's start with you. Zhang Fan said. Ignoring Xiao Linger, she went directly into the formation, and her figure quickly disappeared into the formation, disappearing. Xiao Linger was stunned. Everyone looked at Xiao Linger. Lin Fei frowned, and the hatred for Wang Tang deepened in his heart. Miss Linger, why don't you go? Why do you hesitate? Could it be, are you Lin Feiyu? Yan Laolu looked at Xiao Linger suspiciously, and asked suspiciously. As soon as the words came out, everyone present looked at Xiao Linger vigilantly. As long as Xiao Linger made any unusual moves, everyone would attack her together. Xiao Linger shook her head. How could it be? It's just that I was thinking that other people can't see this formation. If Lin Feiyu enters it, kill Zhang Fan fellow Taoist and pretend to be Zhang Fan fellow Taoist appearance, and then come out, so what? Of course, he must have a way to disguise Lin Feiyu's previous appearance. For example, a puppet can do it. In this way, Lin Feiyu was not found, but Zhang Fan fellow Taoist was suspected. Xiao Linger stared at Yan Laolu firmly. Yan Laolu smiled. This girl is pointing at him. What a puppet. It was clearly saying that the man in black before was a puppet. This made Yan Laolu feel even more interesting. This girl might become his niece and daughter-in-law. Yan Laolu smiled. The formation I arranged, I naturally know the situation in this formation. Miss Linger's worries don't exist at all. Xiao Linger gritted her teeth, but she didn't show the slightest abnormality on her face. If that's the case, then I can rest assured. Xiao Linger said. Step out towards the formation. Just walked into the formation. Then see. Zhang Fan was sitting on a chair, drinking tea leisurely. Seeing Xiao Linger coming, Zhang Fan took a sip of the tea in his cup. Miss Linger, do you want some tea? This scene is extremely similar. On that table, there are only teapots, no extra cups. Drink tea. How to drink? Do you want to drink the cup that Zhang Fan just drank? Xiao Linger gritted her teeth. Mr. Zhang, what exactly are you going to do? Zhang Fan smiled. The prosperity of the world is for profit, and the chaos of the world is for profit. Everything we do is for fame and fortune. Xiao Linger was taken aback. I was amazed in my heart. But there was a look of disdain on his face. Master Zhang is really a good trick. As soon as the black-clothed puppet appeared, only the three of you rushed forward to fight with it, so it's worth it. Before that, I harvested everyone's storage rings and storage bags, and Li also has them. Only, Mr. Zhang is so ignorant to everyone, are you really not afraid of being exposed and attacked? Zhang Fan laughed. A person who can be fooled is a fool. A fool can especially see through our schemes. Xiao Linger sneered. Aren't you afraid that Lin Feiyu will expose you? Zhang Fan shook his head. Street mouse, how dare you stand up and domineering? He can't protect himself. Not to mention, who has evidence that the man in black is not Lin Feiyu? Who can say that the three of us are the ones who took away everyone's storage rings? Xiao Linger was stunned. It seems to be true. Frowning, looking at Zhang Fan. Master Zhang, next, how are you going to deal with Lin Feiyu? Continue to use Lin Feiyu's identity as the devil to expand your so-called fame and fortune. Lin Feiyu is the inheritor of magic skills. Are you really not afraid, playing with fire and setting yourself on fire? Aggressive attitude. It really displeased Zhang Fan. This girl is good, except that she is not big. This character is actually not very pleasing. If she is not a talisman genius, Zhang Fan would not have the patience to tell her these things. But, now Zhang Fan is hesitating whether to place the next contractor on this girl. After all, no matter how much the talisman genius, the formation genius, is just a purple gold luck, not a golden luck, although the purple gold luck is golden luck upwards, but the difference between them is not a star and a half. Come here, rub my shoulders. Zhang Fan doesn't plan to continue discussing that topic. You, young Master Zhang doesn't want to tell me about Lin Feiyu. Is he really planning to keep Lin Feiyu alive and use everyone's fear of Lin Feiyu to reap benefits? Xiao Linger stared fixedly at Zhang Fan and asked. Zhang Fan waved his hand. Rub my shoulders. Xiao Linger frowned. Why? Zhang Fan smiled. Miss Linger, you don't want me to go out and tell everyone that you are Lin Feiyu. You, Xiao Linger gritted her teeth angrily. To be honest, she is really afraid of Zhang Fan. Once Zhang Fan goes out and tells everyone that she is Lin Feiyu, then even if she has mouths all over her body, she won't be able to tell clearly. What, still not coming? Zhang Fan looked at Xiao Linger playfully, and said. As for how Lin Feiyu will deal with it. Ridiculous. Now Yan Lao Lu, the self-union realm power, knows that Lin Feiyu is Chu Yun, and the next thing has nothing to do with him at all. Just let Lin Feiyu jump around, no matter what, it is impossible to escape from Yan Lao's 6 eyes of this self-union realm, right? You, Zhang Fan, don't go too far. Xiao Linger gritted her teeth. Zhang Fan sighed. All right Lin Feiyu, then I can only tell everyone about your identity. As Zhang Fan said, he stood up and was about to walk out of the formation. Etc. Xiao Linger gritted her teeth. Coming behind Zhang Fan, put his slender hands on Zhang Fan's shoulders and began to knead. Use a little force, haven't you eaten? Zhang Fan said. Snort. Xiao Linger gritted her teeth, turned spiritual chi in her hand, and pinched Zhang Fan's shoulder forcefully. Comfortable, yes, that's it. Zhang Fan narrowed his eyes comfortably. No matter how hard this girl tries, it is absolutely impossible to pinch his physique, which is equivalent to the peak of nascent soul period. Yes, at this time, Zhang Fan's body refining realm has reached the peak of the nascent soul period. His cultivation base can also break through to the peak of the nascent soul period. These are all due to the cultivation of Murong Bing and Murong Shui over the past few days. The two are having an epiphany at the moment. Around him, spiritual chi continuously rushed towards the two of them. Murong Ice cultivation base increased. Murong Shui's physique increased. This is intriguing. Zhang Fan didn't know what the two of them could comprehend after their epiphany, but no matter what, they definitely could comprehend something good. Comfortable. Zhang Fan smiled slightly. For some reason, Zhang Fan now has a feeling that 2 wives are at home, and he secretly came out to set up the flag. Snort. Xiao Linger snorted coldly. Zhang Fan smiled. Can you dance? Dance. Xiao Linger froze for a moment, and frowned. Zhang Fan. Don't go too far. Zhang Fan. I asked you if you can dance. No. HMPH. Xiao Linger gritted her teeth. Rubbing her shoulders is fine, but you still want her to dance. Zhang Fan laughed. As far as I know, this Lin Feiyu should have changed from a man to a woman, and he should not be able to dance. You can't dance either. Tisk, you are very suspicious. Xiao Linger gritted her teeth. I jump. Ha 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 ha. My dear brothers, not far ahead is the belly of the demon clan. This time when I come here, each person can only catch one, and we can't catch more, otherwise it will arouse the anger of the monster clan, and the loss outweighs the gain. Yaozu belly. Yan Nanshan stood on the top of a mountain, looked into the distance, and said to the little brothers. Dage, can you only catch one? Yan Lauer frowned and said. Yeah, Dage, I want to catch Xiaofanzi more, from foxes with one tail to foxes with 9 tails. I also want to catch some other races, such as cats, rabbits, and so on. There are dogs, wouldn't it be nice to catch a little fool for Xiaofanzi? Yan Laosin said with a smirk on his face. As soon as the words came out, Yan Laosi laughed out loud, with a smirk on his face. You still know, third brother, is this so-called little fool the one I imagined? Okay. Boss Yan shook his head. Xiaofanzi is only 18 years old now, you all want to use his beauty to knock him down. Look at the 6th child. Could it be that you want Xiaofanzi to become a waste like Lao Lu? As soon as the boss said this, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th all nodded. Yes, it is true that you cannot become a person like Lao Lu. Yan Laoliu has a title in immortal world of human race Shu, lewd and crazy devil, which means that Yan Laoliu can't walk when he sees a beautiful woman. But it's better now, because he opened a brothel and stayed with women all day long, and he was tired of women long ago. Only, Yan Laoliu has already missed the best period of cultivation. Now, the cultivation base can only stay in the self-union realm world, stagnating. It's just a waste, Boss Yan said. So, we only need to catch a pet each and give it to Xiaofanzi to keep and play. Once there are too many, that kid's practice will definitely be distracted. That's all. I'm going to the Fox clan. As for what you grab, Daddy doesn't care. Boss Yan patted Owen's big belly, and after speaking, he flew directly towards Yaozu's belly. I'm going to the cat clan. Don't fight me, big brothers. Yan Laowu said again and again, and flew away. I'm going to the rabbit clan. 4th Yan also hurriedly said that he was afraid that the 2nd Yan Lao and the 3rd Yan Lao would snatch this place to go to the rabbit clan. Except for the fox clan, the cat clan and the rabbit clan, the banshees of other races are either poisonous or rough, and they don't like the human race. Actually, just the dog family that Yan Laoer mentioned. Puppy, doesn't sound poisonous, right? In fact, it may be poisonous. Only the foxes, rabbits, and cats are truly pollution-free, pure natural monsters, not poisonous at all, and are the favorite pets of humans, demons, and barbarian cultivators. When Yan II saw these good races being snatched away, he gritted his teeth. 3rd, where are you going? I'm going to visit the Niu clan. Mother Torin, maybe Xiaofanzi likes this. Yan Laoer thought for a while, and asked Yan Lao-san. Yan Laosan was speechless. But, my 2nd brother said. It seems that it really makes sense. But, Yan Lao-san changed his words and said, 2nd brother, don't you think what Dage said makes sense? The current Xiaofan may not need a pet or a wife. Besides, you forgot, Xiaofanzi is so handsome, there must be no shortage of Tianzhao girls around him. 2nd Yan frowned. Then what does Xiaofanzi lack? I'll catch him. Stupid. Thank you for doing hundreds of years of business. Xiaofanzi must be lacking spirit stones now. The 3rd Yan looked at the 2nd child with hatred and said. The 2nd child slapped his head. That's right, the most lacking thing in practice is spirit stones. Then let's grab some spirit stones in the demon clan's territory. The 3rd child was silent for a moment when he heard this. You go. 2nd Yan was also silent. Hee. Go to the demon clan territory to grab spirit stones. This is just talk. Although they are all cultivators of the Mahayana period, this is the abdomen of the demon clan, and the most indispensable thing here is probably the great demon king. A strong man above the Mahayana stage of the demon clan. But not less than the human race. If you really want to count it. There are more powerful people above the Mahayana stage in the demon race than in the human race. That's why Boss Yan said just now that it's good to just grab one, so as not to offend some strong people later and cause trouble at that time. As for the Mahayana period of the monster race, there are more than the human race. Why did the human race occupy the resource-rich Central Plains? The reason is simple. The human race knows a lot. Human race, cunning. What's more important is that the human race knows how to use the talisman array, which is the most important thing. In addition, the hearts of the monster race are not in harmony, and there is a feeling of fighting against each other. There are also many races who believe that as long as the human race does not invade their territory, they will never trouble the human race. So, in the beginning, a powerful demon clan. Later, after the human race occupied the resource-rich Central Plains region for a long time, they declined. But even if it falls, I am afraid, in the ancestral land of some monster races, there are countless big monsters who have lived. For example, the dog family. Dog. It sounds weak. In fact, it is really weak, and the strongest patriarch of the dog clan is only the cultivation base of the nascent soul stage. There was a human cultivator who wanted to grab some puppies and take them home as a watchdog. Later, in the ancestral land of the dog clan, a transcend tribulation dog king came out. It seems that this matter has not passed for a long time. Anyway, the patriarch of the dog clan who had been walking with his head down before, now walks with his head up. Before the patriarch of the dog clan saw monsters of other races, he knelt on the ground and begged them to let him go. Now when he encounters monsters of other races, he slaps him twice without saying a word, regardless of whether he is a dragon or a phoenix. That, third brother, tell me, how should we go back with spirit stones? It's all here, just go back and do nothing. HMPH, Yan Wushwang, can't afford to lose this man. Yan's second child is named Yan Wushwang. Yan Lao San glanced at Yan Lao contemptuously. Second brother, thanks to the fact that you have been in business for hundreds of years, you can't see such a big business opportunity now. Second Yan was stunned. What? What business opportunity? Yan Lao San was even more contemptuous. You think? Yan Lao frowned. I thought about it. After a moment, he shook his head. No idea at all. Third, tell Daddy. Keep it up again. Daddy will hang you up and smoke you. Yan Lao got angry, stared at Yan Lao San and shouted angrily. Yan Lao San looked even more contemptuous. I'll give you a hint. Tianzhao knows martial arts. Trial. Sixth Yan. As soon as the words came out, second Yan frowned. Subsequently, there was a look of shock on his face. Quote exclamation mark quote. You mean, yes, hearing Yan Laosan's affirmative answer. Yan Lao's face showed joy. Yes, yes, this Yan Lao Lu is a restless master. They are 6 brothers. In Yancheng, the eldest is the city lord, the second and third do business, the fourth plows the fields, the fifth works iron, and the sixth runs a brothel. The eldest, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, the 5 of them, do not communicate with those mortals at all on weekdays. Some things that the boss, the city owner, are all done by the butler. Well, the butler is the self-union realm. There are 5 of them. They're all pretending to be human. It's just a pretense. When there is no one on weekdays, he will still return to the attitude of a big boss and practice a little. Only this old 6. The 6th child is really secondhand. Pretending to be a mortal is addictive, and in front of mortals, pretending to be a mortal, the other party can't see that he is a big boss, he still has a sense of accomplishment. I just like playing with flowers. According to Yan Lao Lu's personality. Third, are you sure that 6th will do this? Yan Lao asked uncertainly. Sure, youngest Yan nodded seriously. Second Yan, if you lose the bet, the property we saved for thousands of years will be ruined. Yan Laosan, this kind of good opportunity to make money, can you not go? And, Dage sent Xiaofanzi 9-tailed fox. 4th and 5th brothers also give pets. Are we just empty-handed? Yan Lao heard this. Looking at the direction where the eldest, 4th and 5th left, he gritted his teeth. It's done. Xuanjian fellow Taoist. So boring. How about playing chess with me? Hu Meyer, the patriarch of the Fox clan, looked at the crescent moon in the middle of the night, breathed out, and said to Master Xuanjian. Master Xuanjian chuckled. I don't play chess with women. Oh, then you like men, giggling. Hu Meyer giggled. The laughter was clear, as if carrying some kind of magical power. The real Xuanjian almost lost his footing. This girl is not a good person. Just a random laugh. There is such a great charm. Master Xuanjian snorted coldly. The patriarch of the Fox clan, how many demon sons are there in this demon valley? 1. Humayr didn't hide anything. Really, I don't believe it. Master Xuanjian shook his head and said, if you don't believe me, then don't ask. Humayr gave Master Xuanjian a white look. If it's really boring, why don't we fight? Where do you think we will fight? Or, on the bed. Master Xuanjian frowned. This girl, within 3 sentences, will definitely say a blunt sentence. Master Xuanjian was a little disgusted. Clan Chief Fox, please respect yourself. Cluck cluck cluck. The head of the Fox clan giggled. There was a sly look in his eyes. Actually, no one knows. She, Humayr, is thousands of years old now, and has never been touched by a man. Even if it's a finger. Never been touched by a man. Fox Patriarch, in your opinion, in this trial, what rank should your Yaozi get? Master Xuanjian changed the subject and asked. Always have something to say. Otherwise, the patriarch of the Fox clan will definitely say some explicit words, he can't stand it. As for leaving, he will not leave. Now that there are so many patriarchs of the human race here, Master Xuanjian is really afraid that Humayr will do something. First, Humayr raised the corners of her mouth and said confidently. Oh, so confident. Master Xuanjian laughed. Why, how about a bet? Humayr looked at Master Xuanjian with autumn water in her eyes. Immortal Xuanjian was about to say no to betting. Suddenly, I heard a sound transmission into my ears. Come on, old man Xuanjian, daddy is on the manor. Master Xuanjian frowned, startled, but in an instant, he knew who it was. Clan Chief Fox reminded me. Such a big event, how can we not add some color? I'll let the servants do it now, hee, I want to see who the Fox Patriarch will be on. Master Xuanjian laughed. Humayr was stunned when she heard these words, and said nothing. A moment of effort. 2 people came out. The 2 beat gongs and drums, attracting all the powers of the surrounding human races. These 2 are naturally Yan's second child and Yan's third child. At the moment, the 2 are dressed up in disguise, and the cultivation base is hidden in the self-union realm. This realm can deter everyone without revealing their identities. You fellow Taoists, seeing that everyone was coming over, that real Xuanjian, Humayr also looked over, Yan said, I am Li a human merchant. This is my little brother, Zhang San. Talking, old Yan took out a token from his pocket. On the front is written the word, person. On the back, there is a wordy business. 1 place for this token. All the cultivators present were shocked. People from the human race firm. What are they doing here? Hehehehe, let me just say, this Eastern human race Tianzhou, as the largest business house of the human race, the richest force, how could he not come? Before I heard that the president of the human race trading company was seriously injured, so he didn't come. Now it seems that this news is false. There was a lot of discussion. This human race firm is the name of the largest chamber of commerce in the human race. Dare to be in the human race, with a business firm with the word, human race, which shows the legitimacy of its status. This is like a country, a company with the name of that country in front of it, formal and trustworthy. Actually, this time the Terran business did not come. It was not because the president of the Terran trading firm was seriously injured, but because the president of the Terran business firm doesn't like the East. Their business is very big, and they really don't like the oil and water here. Everyone, Second Yan waved his hand. Feeling in my heart, this brand is really easy to use, and when I meet people from the human race business in the future, I will grab a few more dollars and give a piece to each of Deja's 3rd brother, 4th brother, 5th brother, 6th brother, and Xiaofanzi. You fellow Taoists, presumably, the arrogance in the Demon Valley this time should be your junior. As soon as Yan Lauer said this, everyone present nodded. If it wasn't for the fact that Junior wasn't here at home, who would have nothing to do here? This is not a safe place, maybe a Humayr will appear from somewhere to give them a charm. Ha ha ha, what's the event? Fellow Taoist, tell me quickly, I can't wait. Wang Teng's father, Wang Wei said impatiently. Wang Wei is confident, he is the richest existence among this group of people. Wang Wei was very happy about the arrival of the Human Race Chamber of Commerce. Now the entire East, A quarter of the property belongs to his royal family. Wang Hui's next goal is to join a human trading firm. So he was very excited to see the people from the Terran business coming here. Yeah, fellow Taoist, hurry up, I can't wait. Lin Feiyu's father, Lin Feng, also spoke excitedly. Lin Feng, as the patriarch of the largest family in the entire Dongfengshou immortal world, it is naturally not comparable to others. The people from the human race firm appeared here at this time. Lin Feng naturally understood at a glance what the other party was here for. Hee. Fellow Taoists, do you have confidence in your junior in this trial of Tianzhao's martial arts? What do you think? Can you win the first place in this trial? Yan Laoer chuckled, looked at the crowd and asked. As soon as the words came out, Wang Teng's father, Wang Wei, immediately stepped forward. Looking at the crowd proudly. Lol, he said. The first person in this trial is naturally my son Wang Teng. The entire Dongfeng immortal world recognizes that my son Wang Teng is worthy of the emperor. This trial competition, who can fight with my son Wang Teng? Wang Wei finished speaking. Lin Feiyu's father Lin Feng snorted coldly. Young son of the Wang family, is he also worthy of being called the emperor's capital? This man's wealth is what everyone calls my son Lin Feiyu. This trial is the first in the competition. For my son Lin Feiyu, it's like getting something out of a bag. If there are no accidents. At this time, my son, I have already reached the middle stage of the foundation establishment period and above the cultivation base. Lin Feiyu's father glanced awe-inspiringly at the many cultivators present. Lin Feng has great confidence in his son. Lin Feiyu was a genius before. Later, for unknown reasons, Lin Feiyu became a waste, and his heat cultivation base dropped to the first level of the refining stage. In the end, Lin Feng was disappointed in him. But later, 1 month before the start of the Tianzhao martial arts competition, Lin Feiyu's cultivation base started to soar. At first Lin Feng was puzzled. Later, Lin Feiyu told him that he had accumulated a lot of knowledge, and this was a cultivation method he saw from an ancient book. In the future, his cultivation base would definitely increase rapidly, and told him not to worry. Therefore, Lin Feng is very confident that Lin Feiyu must be the number one in the Demon Valley trial this time. Ha 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 ha, fellow Taoist, isn't Lin fellow Taoist joking? The first place in this competition is naturally my son Long Hao's. My son, Long Hao, is a genius who only appears once in 10,000 years in my Long family. He has real dragon blood on his body and has a natural restraint on demonic beasts. In this way, my son Long Hao, killing demonic beasts is like drinking water. The person who spoke was named Long Zaishan. He is Long Hao's father, the head of Dongfeng Long's family. Although the status of the Dongfeng Long family is not comparable to that of the Lin family at the moment, it is not comparable to the Wang family in terms of financial resources. But the position of the Long family is still very strong. Because, the Dongfeng Long family is a branch of the Central Plains Long family. Except for these three people, no one spoke again. At this time, Taoist Xuanjian and Humayr walked over. Humayr looked at this scene, the corners of her mouth raised. Interesting, the human race trading company will be established next time. Interesting, it's just that I don't know what the odds are. Master Xuanjian smiled. The fellow Taoist wants to make a bet. Humayr nodded. It's okay to play. Just between the two talking. Yan has already pulled out a list from the storage ring. The list is huge, but above, it was blank, not a single name. Friend Li Dao, why is there no name on this list? Someone asked suspiciously. Yan Laoer smiled. Hee, whoever you want to bet on, I will write it down. Wang Wei asked suspiciously, then, what are the odds? Second Yan. No matter who it is, the odds are 1 to 10. What, 1 to 10? Everyone present heard what Yan Laoer said. Everyone was shocked. No matter who. All odds of 1 to 10. What is the concept of 1 to 10? If you bet on 1 spirit stone per person, and this person wins the first place in this trial, then you will get a total of 11 spirit stones plus the principal. This human race firm, how dare you be so bold? Ha ha ha. Friend Li Dao, is this giving money away? Since Li Dao is so straightforward, how can there be any reason not to bet? I bet my son Lin Feiyu, 20 million top-grade spirit stones. Lin Feiyu's father Lin Feng said decisively. Originally, he is not interested in this so-called bet. But when I heard the odds of 1 to 10, I couldn't help but feel a little bit moved. 20 million top-grade spirit stones. As soon as the words came out, everyone present took a deep breath. 20 million top-grade spirit stones. This is no small sum. It is estimated to be the income of the Lin family for a whole year. This Lin family is really good at writing, and they can easily come up with 20 million high-grade spirit stones. For a while, everyone present is ready to move. Lin Feng suppressed 20 million on Lin Feiyu, which shows how confident Lin Feng is in Lin Feiyu. Why don't you hurry up and suppress Lin Feiyu with Lin Feng? Then, grab the wool of the human business firm together. Patriarch Lin, is this petty? Human business houses are giving away money in this way, how can you hold back so much? Isn't your son the emperor's capital? How so unconfident about your son? Wang Tang's father, Wang Wei, snorted coldly. Looking at Lin Feng, there was no concealment of disdain. I crush my son Wang Tang, 500 million top-rank spirit stones. Hiss. What? 500 million? Oh my god, actually suppressed 500 million top-rank spirit stones, the head of the Wang family is going crazy. It seems that the patriarch of the Wang family is very confident in his own son, Wang Tang. As expected of Patriarch Wang, you are so generous. I heard that Wang Wei wanted to suppress 500 million. And Wang Wei finished speaking. He decisively took out a storage ring. Everyone divine sense swept over. When they saw that there were a lot of high-grade spirit stones in the storage ring, they all gasped and were shocked. What is the concept of 500 million top-grade spirit stones? This maybe, it can already be regarded as the entire Dongfengshou immortal world, a year's harvest. Although the general patriarch of a family can afford it, he should have to spend all his money. Everyone was deeply moved. One by one thought, this Wang patriarch is so confident in his son, doesn't this mean that Wang Tang can 100% win the first place in the Demon Valley trial? 500 million top-grade spirit stones. If Wang Tang really won the first place in this competition, doesn't that mean, in this way, this Wang Tang will directly earn 5 billion top-rank spirit stones? Wang fellow Taoist, it seems that you have the nerve to talk about others. This seat thinks that you are the petty person. Long Hao's father, Long Zaishan snorted coldly, looked at everyone present confidently and said, this seat, press my son Long Hao, 2 billion top-grade spirit stones. 2 billion. God, I heard right. 2 billion, is it, the top-grade spirit stones? Looks like Long fellow Taoist is more confident in his son. I also offer 500,000 top-rank spirit stones to bet on Long Hao. I bet 600,000. I bet 100,000. Everyone present. When I heard that the dragon was in Tiankou Zhang billion top-grade spirit stones. And he took out a storage ring and handed it over. I can't stand it any longer. One by one, they took out spirit stones and bet on Long Hao. What is the concept of 2 billion? Maybe, even if they sell their family, they don't necessarily have so much money. The Long family, as expected of a 10,000-year family, has such a rich heritage. But even the 10,000-year family, everyone is guessing. Perhaps, the 2 billion top-grade spirit stones are also the most spirit stones that the Long family can afford. No more words. Long family, it is very likely to vomit blood. Dragon fellow Taoist, Wang fellow Taoist, the two fellow Taoists are really cool. In that case, how can Lin show weakness? I rebet my son Lin Feiyu, a total of 2 billion top-tier spirit stones. Lin Feng said. Originally, he was just planning to play. But now, Lin Feng was very angry. Angry Wang Wei and Long Zaishan's contemptuous eyes. Forget about Long Zaishan of the Long family. After all, it is the 10,000-year family, and its family is a branch of the Long family in the Central Plains. But what is the Wang family? Also worthy of mocking him. Wipe it, isn't it just a few stinky money? Who doesn't seem like it? He. Since the two fellow Taoists are betting on 2 billion top-grade spirit stones, then my Wang's arrogance cannot be weakened. I'm out. When Wang Wei said this, the corners of his mouth rose slightly, and he once again looked at Lin Feng with disdain, and then glanced at Long Zaishan with disdain. I give 5 billion top-grade spirit stones. 5 billion. The Wang family is so rich. It seems that the head of the Long family, the Lin family, and the Wang family is more confident in his son. Hurry up and call. Isn't that a quick bet? After hearing the 5 billion, everyone turned pale with shock. Repeatedly betting on Wang Tang. Afraid to miss it. 5 billion top-grade spirit stones. This is already a lot of money. Even if it is the Mahayana period cultivator, it is also a number that is exciting. Even Lin Feng and Long Hao were shocked. I wonder in my heart, is this Wang family doing such a big business, and there are so many spirit stones? The two looked at each other. All shook their heads. No more raises. 2 billion spirit stones, more than enough. Can't raise any more. If they re-raise, they really can't stand it. If own son doesn't get the first place in the trial, he will lose if he loses 2 billion. If he re-raises and loses, then he will definitely there will be problems, maybe their position as patriarch will not be kept. Two fellow Taoists. How? Why didn't you raise? The sons of the two fellow Taoists, they are dragons and phoenixes among men, one is the capital of the emperor, and the other is the son of a real Long Tian. Such outstanding people, you two, why are you so unconfident? Wang Wei said mockingly. The corners of the mouth flowed up and down. Nan Nan said, trash. You, snort. Long Zaishan and Lin Feng snorted at the same time, and looked at Wang Wei unkindly. But, the two didn't say anything more. They won't be raising. Are all the people in your human business firm so cunning? Humayr looked at this scene and said with a sneer. Oh, Master Xuanjian looked at Humayr. Humayr smiled. Now everyone can see that the first place in the Demon Valley trial this time should come from the Wang family, the Lin family, and the Long family, and their odds are all 1 to 10. In this way, just divide the spirit stones into 3 parts and bet on 3 people respectively, and you will be able to make a steady profit. Humayr analyzed and said. It's not just Humayr who thinks so. Witch cultivators. I also thought that the first place in the Demon Valley trial this time was on Wang Tang, Lin Feiyu and Long Hao. Therefore, their spirit stones are divided into 3 parts. They bet on the 3 of them respectively. This is a surefire thing. It's just a pity. This group is blown away by the spirit stones. But they don't know that among the ranks of Tianzhou this time, there are my demon clan demon sons, and people from the demon clan. Humayr said so. Master Xuanjian's eyes were slightly lost, and he nodded. So that is to say, this time, whoever gets the first place in the Demon Valley trial. Who? It is possible. Which monster is it, and which demon clan is it? Taoist Xuanjian looked deeply towards the direction of Yaogu. Okay, you dance too stiffly. Show me the dance again next time you practice. If you haven't improved, I will punish you severely. Zhang Fan waved his hand. Signal Xiao Linger not to dance anymore. This girl dances, to be honest, she doesn't look good. Not to mention the stiff posture, just say that the clothes are not beautiful enough, maybe he should make some stockings and let the nuns who repair the immortal world wear them one by one. You, snort. Xiaolinger snorted coldly and didn't say anything. Go down. Let the next female cultivator come in. This group of female cultivators, I have to check carefully to see if there is Lin Feiyu inside. Zhang Fan waved his hand, indicating that Xiaolinger could leave. Zhang Fan, are you really not going to deal with Lin Feiyu? Xiaolinger frowned and spoke. Zhang Fan shook his head, not wanting to talk nonsense with Xiaolinger on this topic. Among those female cultivators, there are quite a few beautiful women. After all, this is the entire immortal world of Eastern cultivators, one of the best selected one by one. Go down. Quote. Good. If that's the case, then I'm going to do it. The time will come, these Tianzhou will die a lot, don't blame me. Even if everyone dies, as long as Lin Feiyu can die, it's worth it. Xiaolinger looked at Zhang Fan with awe-inspiring eyes, and said very seriously. Zhang Fan was slightly taken aback. What are you going to do? Xiaolinger snorted coldly, literally. Talking. Xiaolinger walked towards the outside of the formation on her own. Zhang Fan frowned, just about to stare at Xiaolinger, wanting to use the system function to see what Xiaolinger is going to do, but Xiaolinger didn't give him a chance, and left the circle directly. Disappear. Zhang Fan shook his head. Stop thinking about these things. The sky is falling, and there are 6 uncles. The 6th uncle is in the self-union realm world. With such a big boss around, Zhang Fan is very at ease. Moreover, the sixth uncle tried his best to convince everyone that Lin Feiyu was hiding among the female cultivators. If he was given a chance, he would not be able to live up to the expectations of the sixth uncle. After a while, a nun, blushing, walked in. Zhang, brother Zhang. This girl has big hips and round waist, long legs and big waves. She is very white and looks like a different kind of charm. Zhang Fan hooked his hands. Come here, give me a shoulder rub. The girl was taken aback. Ah, no, isn't it to test whether I am Lin Feiyu? Rubbing your shoulders has nothing to do with whether I am Lin Feiyu or not. Zhang Fan smiled. Lin Feiyu is a devil, and arrogant, why would he rub my shoulders? The girl heard it and thought it made sense. With rosy cheeks, she walked behind Zhang Fan and rubbed Zhang Fan's shoulders. This girl has met quite a few men, but she has never seen a man as handsome as Zhang Fan. As the saying goes, it is human nature to have a crush on handsome men. Come, take off your clothes and let me have a look. Ah, the girl had just pressed Zhang Fan a few times, and Zhang Fan asked the girl to take off her clothes, which really surprised the girl. Can't help looking at Zhang Fan in shock. What does this have to do with whether I am Lin Feiyu, have? Zhang Fan looked serious. I suspect that Lin Feiyu is a man, and then he pretended to be a woman and got in among you, so I want to strictly identify him. The girl retorted. But Brother Yan said before that Lin Feiyu is a girl. Zhang Fan nodded seriously. That would be even better. If Lin Feiyu was a girl and a devil, it would be even more impossible for her to take off her clothes because of this. Junior sister, if you are not Lin Feiyu, the inheritor of magic skills, then please take off your clothes to verify your identity. You don't want me to doubt you, you are Lin Feiyu, right? The girl smells it. His cheeks were blushing. Gritting her teeth and being cruel, she slowly took her own clothes. Zhang Fan, you for riding a horse. Xiaolinger stood in front of her own immortal cave, looking not far away, the direction of the formation. To be honest, even if she is asked to serve Zhang Fan, she is willing. Provided that, Zhang Fan, deal with Lin Feiyu. But now Xiaolinger found out that Zhang Fan had no intention of dealing with Lin Feiyu at all, but purely for fame and fortune, and say. Thinking about what Zhang Fan did to her in the room and in the formation before, I felt a burst of disgust. Xiaolinger swears, if she has the chance, she must teach Zhang Fan a lesson. Linger little sister. Just when Xiaolinger looked towards the direction of formation. In the ear, there was a voice. Xiaolinger froze for a moment, looked in the direction of the voice, and found that it was Chu Yun, no, to be precise, it was Lin Feiyu. Chu Yun big brother. The vigilance in Xiaolinger's eyes flashed, and then a look of joy appeared on her face, and she asked, Chu Yun big brother, why are you here? To be honest, these days, every time Xiaolinger looked at this familiar face and called Chu Yun big brother, Xiaolinger only felt nausea for a while. Because she knows, the person in front of me is Lin Feiyu. Lin Feiyu smiled. Linger little sister, Zhang Fan fellow Taoist in the formation, how did you test? I saw that after you came out, your face was a little bit wrong. Then I came to the immortal cave on my own. Say nothing. I'm a little worried about you. Xiaolinger smiled. It's nothing, I just asked me a few questions. Chu Yun big brother, you have to be careful recently, you have fought against Lin Feiyu before and offended Lin Feiyu, and now Lin Feiyu it's among us, you have to be very careful. Lin Feiyu heard this. Some emotion. What a girl. It would be great if I could always use Chu Yun's identity. But, when he becomes stronger in the future, this girl will still be his. By the way, Chu Yun big brother, I just remembered that I learned a kind of healing talisman. Sticking it on the body can quickly recover the injuries on the body. At the same time, it can also quickly absorb the surrounding spiritual qi, thereby restoring the cultivation base. I'll just go back and make a few for you. In this way, Chu Yun big brother, you can quickly recover from your injuries and restore your cultivation base. Xiaolinger said seriously. Really? The suspicious look in Lin Feiyu's eyes flashed away. This talisman, he has never heard of it. I couldn't help but guess in my heart that although Lin Feiyu inherited Chu Yun's memory, the conversation with Xiaolinger before Chu Yun died was not inherited. Just knowing that Xiaolinger is his fiancé. At the same time, Xiaolinger is a genius at arranging formations and talismans. Besides, nothing else. So, Lin Feiyu has always been wary of Xiaoling. In particular, when he asked Xiaoling for a talisman, Xiaoling didn't give it to him, and Lin Feiyu still remembers it. Did you give it before? Why are you saying you want to give it now? Or something that can heal injuries and speed up the absorption of heaven and earth spiritual qi. Yes, it is Chu Yun big brother. This talisman needs. I need my great blood essence to refine it. So, but it's different now. Now that Lin Feiyu is hiding among these female cultivators, Chu Yun big brother, you must recover from your injuries quickly, even if I consume some of my blood essence, I will not hesitate. Xiaoling said with a serious face. Ling little sister, is this really okay? It's okay, Chu Yun big brother, for you, I'm willing to do anything. Good. Lin Feiyu nodded. He heard another meaning from Xiaoling's words. Xiaoling before. In fact, I didn't fully believe him. But now, Xiaoling should trust him completely. After all, Zhang Fan and others said that Lin Feiyu is hiding among the female cultivators, and his current identity is Chu Yun, a man. Ling little sister, then, please. Lin Feiyu looked at Xiaoling seriously and said. It's okay, this is what I should do. Xiaoling nodded, and said to Lin Feiyu, you stay here for a while, I'm going to enter the immortal cave to make talismans, during the making process, no one can disturb you, so. I'm waiting here. Good. Xiaoling didn't care what Lin Feiyu said. Go straight into your own immortal cave. Casually. Open the barrier inside the immortal cave. Come bring the table. With a fixed gaze and a wave of his hand, there were several sheets of talisman paper, red sand and other tools for making talismans on the table. Take a deep breath. The moment I hold the talisman pen in my hand, my whole temperament changes, and I start making talismans. One at a time. A moment of effort. Just made 1,000 copies. If it weren't for feeling sluggish, and the mental energy consumption is a bit high, Xiaoling can continue to produce. Call. Now, I can actually make 1,000 talismans in one go. Xiaoling let out a long breath, and looked at the table of talismans in front of her in surprise. 1,000 sheets of animal-inducing talismans made using ancient talisman-making techniques. I don't know, what kind of demonic beasts can be attracted? Xiaoling's eyes flickered. Yes, this is the beast-inducing talisman. She wanted to use this talisman to attract the surrounding demonic beasts, and use the demonic beasts to kill Lin Feiyu. Preferably, be able to draw out a demonic beasts above 5th rank. Thus, Lin Feiyu must die. Although, this is very dangerous, this group of Tianzhao, including her, may die. But she can't control so much anymore. She knows about the demons. However, she has never heard of this rare magic skill that can change appearance into absorbed people by using human cultivator blood essence cultivation. Lin Feiyu is going to die, he must die. Once let Lin Feiyu walk out from Demon Valley. In the future, it will be extremely difficult to find Lin Feiyu again. So, Xiaoling felt that even if they sacrificed everyone present, as long as they could kill Lin Feiyu, it would be a profit. Chu Yun big brother. This is the talisman I made. Just carry it with you. After 2 days, it will have an effect. Xiaoling randomly selected one of the thousands of talismans. Walk out of the immortal cave. Pass it to Lin Feiyu. This beast-inducing talisman can exude a peculiar fragrance, which is very attractive to demonic beasts. Moreover, the higher the grade of the animal-inducing talisman and the greater the number, the more demonic beasts will be attracted. It is Jupin demonic beasts, and I am also obsessed with this taste. This smell. Perhaps, it is similar to some kind of herbal medicine, and this kind of herbal medicine, which demonic beasts ate, can break through cultivation base. So this taste is the temptation engraved in the bones. And, not just for demonic beasts. Even if it is a monster race, there are some attractions. When you are fighting against the Yaozu, throwing out a few beast-inducing talismans will have an unexpected effect. This is one of the reasons why the Yaozu cannot be reused and is exiled to the northern barren land. This. Good trick. Good talisman. Thank you little sister. Lin Feiyu was amazed when he took the talisman. Although he doesn't understand the talisman, Lin Feiyu can tell from the precious light emanating from the talisman that this talisman is good. He doesn't know exactly what is so good about it, but it is better. It must be better than the one he used before. Those rubbish talismans are much better. Chu Yun Big Brother. This talisman is called the 10,000 Breath Talisman. As the name suggests, it absorbs all rivers, the spiritual chi of heaven and earth, and oneself, thereby repairing one's own injuries or speeding up one's practice. It is a top-notch, top-quality first-rank talisman. You wrap it in a purse, hang it on your waist, and take it with you when you rest on weekdays. Within 3 days, this talisman will work. Perhaps in a few days, Chu Yun Big Brother, your injuries will be fully recovered. It's just a pity. My cultivation base restricts me, otherwise, refining a second-rank talisman will definitely allow Chu Yun Big Brother to recover cultivation base faster. Xiao Linger looked at Lin Feiyu and said seriously. Lin Feiyu nodded. That's enough, Linger little sister, thank you for your hard work. Lin Feiyu was shocked. 10,000 interest talisman. He had never heard of this name. It seems that it should be the kind of lost talisman. No wonder it helps people absorb the spiritual chi of heaven and earth, thereby healing people's injuries. Lin Feiyu was filled with emotion. This Xiaolinger is truly a talisman-making genius. He thought in his heart that he would wait for the demon lord in the necklace to be resurrected in the future, and find him a way to take slaves, take Xiaolinger as a slave, and let him make talismans for him day and night. Linger little sister, you just said that you need to use your blood essence to make the talisman. You should be a little tired by now. Go back and rest. Lin Feiyu took out a purse, put the talisman into the purse, hung it on his waist, smiled with satisfaction, and then said to Xiaolinger. Actually, if possible, Lin Feiyu wanted to use his own personality charm to impress Xiaolinger and make Xiaolinger fall in love with him wholeheartedly, so Lin Feiyu began to care about Xiaolinger. Xiaolinger nodded, and said a little weakly, Then I won't send Chu Yun Big Brother away. Say it. Xiaolinger didn't wait for Lin Feiyu to reply. Go straight back to Immortal Cave. Get ready to rest. Thousands of talismans for attracting beasts are not enough. Not enough. Far from enough. She needs more talismans. She prepared to use up all the talisman paper in her hand. Tens of thousands of beast-inducing talismans were produced. Tens of thousands of animal attractors. Hee. It's time to release them together. I don't believe it anymore, this Lin Feiyu is immortal. Xiaolinger narrowed her eyes slightly, swallowed a medicine pill, began to meditate, and prepared to recover mental energy, and then continued to make talismans. But after practicing for a while, Xiaolinger frowned. Suddenly thought of something. No, if I wait until I finish making all the talismans, how can I explain the demonic beasts that appear out of thin air? And now, there just happens to be someone who is responsible for it. Think here. The corner of Xiaolinger's mouth couldn't help but a slight smile. Zhang Fan. Let you touch my brother. Let you pat my skin drum. Let you rub my shoulders. Let me dance. Snort, Xiaolinger said, looking at the talismans in front of him. Gritting his teeth, he moved the thousands of talismans in front of him together. At the moment when thousands of talismans were activated, a smell that humans can't smell diffuses towards the surroundings. Call. Next, wait for the demonic beasts. Xiaolinger took a deep breath, closed her eyes tightly, began to meditate, and replied to mental energy. At this time, Lin Feiyu is meditating, recovering from that serious injury. Wang Teng looked at the formation enviously. Yan Laolu was breathing listlessly. Li Yan and many other male cultivators looked at the female cultivators vigilantly, but for some reason, some male cultivators had other meanings in their eyes. Many female cultivators. It is looking into the formation. Looking forward to what's going to happen next. Zhang Fan at this time. Still watching the dance. Good dance. Zhang Fan looked at the girl in front of him with satisfaction. Name. Long Qianchen. Cultivation base. The peak of the refining period. Information. Collateral disciple of the Dongfang Long family, cousin of Long Hao. Information 1. Purple luck. Information 2. Living in the blood essence of the weak real dragon, extremely greedy and longing for the affairs of men and women. Information 3. The way of practicing dual cultivation can absorb the masculinity of the man who has intercourse with it to practice. Long Qianchen. Long Hao's cousin. Long Hao's cousin is here, which Zhang Fan did not expect. And, this girl is very beautiful. Her beauty is different from that of Murong Bing and Murong Shui, who are graceful, with a perfect figure and perfect face, and also different from Xiaolinger, who is a cute little girl. Long Qianshan is beautiful, with a kind of coquettish energy. Yes, Zhang Fan swears, he did not describe it wrong. It's Sao. Master Zhang. Ah, is your dance beautiful? Long Qianshan fiddled with her long legs, raised her skirt, and put it down again. She blinked at Zhang Fan with her winking eyes, as if she was sending some kind of signal. Marong Bing Marong Shui, like that kind of big girl, is a girl. Xiaoling like that kind of girl next door, is also a girl. Long Duo in front of him. There is such a mature feeling. How to say, Marong Bing, Marong Shui, Xiaoling these three people are like an apple with a green taste. But the Long Qianshan in front of her was no longer a bit green, the apple was red, and it was so red. Beautiful, so beautiful. Zhang Fan nodded. He seriously doubts that Long Qianshan in front of him wants to have dual cultivation with him, although it is not impossible, but this girl knows how to absorb the evil power of Yang Qi, so. Master Zhang, do you want to take off your clothes? After all, I want to prove myself, I'm not the big devil Lin Feiyu. Long Qianshan said delicately, touching the corner of On's mouth with one hand, biting his lower lip, and touching On's collarbone with the other hand. It looked extremely charming. Miss Long, you don't need to do this. Zhang Fan sighed inwardly. This is really a monster. But, although Long Qianshan in front of her is Long Hao's cousin. At this moment, the relationship between Zhang Fan and that Long Hao is already endless. However, Zhang Fan did not intend to kill Long Qianshan. Not to mention, this is Long Qianshan. He rubbed his shoulders and danced. To be honest, Zhang Fan chose the concubine. Oh no, Zhang Fan tested so many girls here, only this Long Qianshan, Zhang Fan feels the most. But this girl is not a good person. She can suck Yang Qi. Zhang Fan big brother, just take a look, what if it's Lin Feiyu? Long Qianshan shook her body and said coquettishly to Zhang Fan with her eyes pierced. Ah, who can stand this horse? Zhang Fan took a deep breath. To be honest, the reason for not killing Long Qianshan is not only eye-catching, but also a very important reason. Her practice cultivation technique. Dual cultivation technique. Zhang Fan is very curious about what dual cultivation technique is, whether it can be used by men, and whether it has complementary effects. What would it be like to get a heaven-level dual cultivation technique? Dragon girl, please respect yourself. I, Zhang Fan, am not the kind of casual person. At this time, Long Qianshan had already arrived in front of Zhang Fan. With the other hand, I started to take off my own clothes, and I felt like Zhang Fan was going to be executed on the spot. Boom boom boom. But at this moment, the barrier began to shake. It seems to be withdrawn. Immediately, Long Qianshan stopped his movements, with an unconcealed expression of anger on his face, pointing at the enchantment in doubt, and asked Zhang Fan. Master Zhang, what's going on? I don't know. Zhang Fan was puzzled, and also looked at the enchantment. Actually, it is also possible to do something here. After coming, Zhang Fan checked this formation. In the formation, there can only be 2 people. After 2 people are full, others can only enter it after breaking the formation. In addition, no matter what the people in the formation do, people outside can't see it. Even if it is the people who set up the formation, they will not be able to see it. In fact, this is also true. After all, Uncle Six is not that interested in peeking at what Zhang Fan is doing. The enchantment is suddenly removed. Maybe something happened outside. Zhang Fan said to Long Qianshan. Subsequently, it's like verifying what Zhang Fan said. After the enchantment disappeared, before Zhang Fan and Long Qianshan saw the many cultivators outside the enchantment, beast roars sounded in their ears. Roar, roar, roar. A roar sounded in Zhang Fan's ears. Zhang Fan looked around. Discover. The cultivators around raised their weapons one after another, and looked around vigilantly, with a posture of defending against the enemy. Second brother. Demonic beast strike. Yan Laoliu let out a loud cry, lit up the long sword in his hand, and stared fixedly at the other party. At this time, not far away, there have been pairs of red eyes. Countless demonic beasts' aura spread around. A sense of danger went straight to everyone's hearts. Brother Six, what happened? Zhang Fan asked in surprise. Long Qianshan here also hurriedly tidied up the disheveled clothes, showing a cold look again, giving people a very clean feeling. I don't know. Suddenly, there was a beast roar. Then, a group of demonic beasts appeared all around. Yan Lao Lu was talking. The demonic beasts over there are already rushing over. Ha 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 ha. The monster core is gone, now the demonic beasts are here, isn't this just for scoring? Brothers, if you don't do it now, when will it be? Demonic beasts, here we go. But among the thousands of Tianzhou present, none of them were timid. Someone screamed excitedly, charging towards the demonic beasts in the opposite direction. Wang Tang even took the lead. The long sword in his hand screamed, and clusters of flames appeared in the flames. He swung the long sword and slashed towards the giant wolf 1 to 3 meters ahead. Boom! In an instant, the 3-meter giant wolf was split in half and fell to the ground. The other cultivators around did not show any weakness, each with their weapons in their hands, and slashed at the demonic beasts rushing towards them. Just one round, thousands of demonic beasts died. However, demonic beasts seem to be endless, whether it is the demonic beasts on the first floor of the refining stage, or the demonic beasts above the foundation establishment stage, they all seem to be crazy, rushing towards this side. Ah, Zhang Fan big brother, you have to protect him. Seeing the blood on the faces of the group of cultivators, Long Qianchen exclaimed in surprise and said coquettishly to Zhang Fan again and again. Zhang Fan frowned. This girl really acted like a baby regardless of the occasion. Long Qianchen was ignored. Instead, he looked in the direction of demonic beasts. Roar! At this time, the 15-meter-high wild boar roared into the sky. He directly knocked several cultivators into the air, and rushed towards him. Even if several cultivators around were attacking him, he ignored them, his eyes were red, and he rushed towards this direction. Zhang Fan frowned. Race. Wild boar demonic beasts. Cultivation base. Foundation establishment peak. This is actually a second-order peak demonic beasts. I am afraid that this is already one of the strongest in this area. Wang Tang fellow Taoist. Kill him. Zhang Fan gave a loud shout. Wang Tang was fighting the demonic beasts at this time, and the surrounding roars did not hear Zhang Fan's shout at all. Zhang Fan gritted his teeth. Looking back at Yan Lao Lu. It was discovered that Yan Lao Lu also disappeared without a trace, and he should have rushed forward to kill the demonic beasts. There are too many demonic beasts in this beast horde, estimated to be tens of thousands. There are only thousands of cultivators present, and most of them are in the qi refining stage. During the cultivation stage, it may take 3 or 4 people to fight side by side to defeat a realm demonic beasts. Of course, if there are magical items and talismans, they can be one-on-one. Obviously, this group of cultivators are all arrogance, and there is no shortage of magic treasures, and there is no shortage of combat power. One person can take on 2 demonic beasts without much effort. But there are too many demonic beasts. Zhang Fan looked at the people who were fighting with the demonic beasts in front of him, and suddenly saw 2 question marks shining with golden light. One of the golden ones is Yan Lao Lu. Grass. Zhang Fan was gnashing his teeth. A self-union realm power, who has learned the fighting style of a cultivator from the foundation establishment period, is fighting and entangled with a demonic beasts from the foundation establishment period. Damn it, Uncle Lu, you fool, didn't you come to the Demon Valley this time to protect me? Zhang Fan big brother, don't be afraid. Long Qianchen's eyes were serious, and a long sword appeared in his hand, and the long sword burst out with light blue light. Holding a long sword in his hand, Long Qianchen stood in front of Zhang Fan. Zhang Fan couldn't help being slightly taken aback. This girl, it's just at the peak of the qi refining period. Actually, stand in front of him. Roar, the wild boar seemed to be coming for him. In just a moment, he was about to rush to the front. Zhang Fan big brother be careful. Long Qianchen, standing in front of Zhang Fan, exclaimed, jumped to the side, and ran away without looking back. Hee, any protection for me is a lie. Zhang Fan didn't bother to pay attention to Long Qianchen either. He stared at the wild boar in front of him. Just swept the strength of the wild boar. Now, he wants to see. This group of demonic beasts, why are they rushing towards this side like crazy? Roar, the 10-meter wild boar rushed towards Zhang Fan with great speed and awe-inspiring momentum. Snort, Zhang Fan just snorted coldly. Just punch it out. It hit the wild boar king's head hard. The wild boar king felt a huge force coming, his eyes widened in disbelief, and he flew backwards. Boom! The 10-meter wild boar fell heavily to the ground. He fell to the ground, groaning in pain. My mother. Looking back, Long Qianqian found that the 10-meter wild boar king fell in front of Zhang Fan, with an unbelievable expression on his face. How did you do it? Long Qianqian came to Zhang Fan and asked in disbelief. People's bodies are different, Zhang Fan said calmly. His eyes stared at the wild boar king. People have different constitutions. Long Qianqian was puzzled. Zhang Fan nodded again, with a smile on his face. When you are fighting, as long as you have faith and believe that you can defeat the opponent, a miracle will happen. Hearing this, Long Qianqian nodded ignorantly. At this time, Zhang Fan finally got what I wanted. Race, Boar King. Cultivation base, Foundation establishment peak. Information attracted by the beast-inducing talisman, I fell into a state of madness. Zhang Fan frowned. Beast-inducing talisman. What beast-inducing talisman actually has such great power? Or, enough quantity? Zhang Fan has some of these beast-attracting talismans in his system space, which he obtained after receiving Wang Tang's storage ring before and after a 100-fold increase. As for the storage rings that were stolen from more than 1,000 people before, all of them belong to Yan Laolu, and the 3 of them have not divided the spoils yet. The reason is on Yan Laolu's body. It's because, not only to steal things, but also to steal other people's underwear. Zhang Fan was unwilling to do it, and Wang Tang was also unwilling to do it. This task naturally fell on Yan Laolu. As for stealing people's storage rings and stealing men's underwear, Yan Laolu is still enjoying it, and always feels that as long as he does this, Zhang Fan and Wang Tang will not doubt that he is a big cultivator in the self-union realm world. Steal panties. Steal men's panties. Yan Laolu, the power of the self-union realm, is not only not ashamed, but proud of it. Closer to home, Zhang Fan frowned, as if thinking of something. He stared and scanned the many people present. Discover. Lin Feiyu is not here. Xiaolinger is not here either. These people are staring at the question marks on their heads. Lin Feiyu's question mark is golden, and Xiaolinger's question mark is purple and gold. It is easy to see that these 2 are gone. So, who did it? Zhang Fan looked towards their immortal cave. After staring at it for a while, I realized that it was Xiaolinger who did it. This girl. I want to drag everyone to be buried with me. Zhang Fan muttered to himself. Zhang Fan big brother. I dug up the monster core. Long Qianqian crawled out of the wild boar carcass, with a smile on her face, held up a monster core, and said to Zhang Fan with a smile. Zhang Fan smiled. You accept it. It's just a tier 2 monster core. In Yan Laolu's storage ring, there are a lot of first-order monster cores, almost tens of thousands. These monster cores will be handed over to Murong Bing or Murong Shui after the spoils are divided, and they will be returned 1,000 times, that is hundreds of thousands. It's just a tier 2 monster core. It's worth it to gain Long Qianqian's favor. Zhang Fan also wanted to use the opponent's dual cultivation technique, and then give it to Murong Bing or Murong Shui, and then perform dual cultivation with him, allowing Murong Bing or Murong Shui to absorb their own masculinity. At that time, Murong Bing or Murong Shui will get his masculinity. He then uses the system to return it 1,000 times. Doesn't that mean that not only there is no loss, but also great benefits can be obtained, and it is even more legitimate to practice dual cultivation technique with Murong Bing or Murong Shui? Give it to me. Really, I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.